Hello, Internet, and welcome to the last episode of Survivors Complex. We're going to all try to keep from crying as much as possible. This is going to be a very lighthearted game.
I'm not. I didn't know that was the rule.
This is our epilogue episode. We had our sort of finale last week, a very emotional finale last week. And if you missed it, you should probably watch all of our episodes before watching this. But if this is your first time coming to GameKnights and this is the first thing you're seeing, this is sort of a one-shot, and you're probably not going to get a lot of the references and some of the backstory and stuff, but it's going to be fun, and it's going to be self-contained, and we're going to have a blast. A couple of different things for this session that we don't typically do is some of you out there have been watching this since day one, and I can't believe it. 63 episodes, 100 or 240 hours, somewhere around there of footage out there, and some of you, have watched all of it, and we are very, very happy that we've been able to share this story with the few of you that have been along for the whole ride. And as such, we want to give an opportunity to answer any questions, especially since I'm probably not going to do any sort of like Q&A thing. You know, it doesn't really feel necessary, I guess, from my side of things. Maybe someone out there will disagree with me, but what I would like to do is during this session, I don't want to just sit here and field questions from the chat, but what we'll do is we're going to write down questions as they come in, any loose threads, any character motivations. If you think about something I did as a DM or one of the players did as a character some point in the story, go ahead and put it out there in the chat. Put a couple arrows under it, if anything you need to do to draw attention to it, and we're going to write it down, and when we hit a lull or something, we'll answer that question and try to get to all of them as possible, or all the questions we can. If we miss any, I'm sorry ahead of time, and come into our Discord server, the link's below, and we'll answer the questions there, as we are wont to do. But announcements. We had our newest episode or the continuation of Wild Space last Monday. After a long hiatus, the crew is back together and had a lot of fun. That'll be going up, or is up, on YouTube. It's up on YouTube right now. You can check that out there. And then we had our newest session of Wonderworld on Thursday, also run by Ryan, which was a blast, and that'll be going up next week. So check those both out. The next session of Wild Space will be 2 weeks from this Monday. I think that's the 10th of September is going to be our next session of that game, and the next session of Wonderworld is going to be on the 6th. I'll be running that one, and hope to see you there. All the times and everything for those games are below, and you can check out our scheduling there. But I think the big announcement is what's going to be coming next, and we're going to go and talk about that now. I don't want to leave anybody in suspense. Before we talk about it, though, we have a bit of a video for you to sort of to tease the new game. So everybody sit back and enjoy the trailer for our newest game, Lords of Misrule. And welcome back. First and foremost, thank you to Morgan for putting that together. She is doing all the design work for this next game, and I'm stoked.
Killing it, I think is the right.
Killing it.
Holy crap!
Yeah. So Lords of Misrule is going to be the game that it's going to replace Survivors Complex. It's going to fill the hole in our hearts left by Survivors Complex when this is gone. But I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. We're going to do some reveals and some stuff in the next couple weeks before the first episode. But just a couple of logistics. The game is going to be another 5th edition D&D game. So you get your fix every Saturday. It's going to be a sort of gritty crime noir, kind of the Untouchables meets Gangs of New York meets Sin City. It's going to be well, it's going to be fun, and I don't want to go into too much detail. Is Sarah frozen or sitting very still?
She's frozen.
She's frozen.
Yeah. She's coming back. Her power flickered.
Okay. So the
oh no.
Dang it.
We finish how we began.
Yeah.
Should I just keep talking, or do you want to wait till she's...
Let's wait for her to come back.
Okay.
I'll edit this out in post where you guys can all see like half of our faces.
Yeah.
Or I'll leave it in. It's very on brand.
If we all stick our heads up,
Everyone
visible.
do this.
Oh no.
Normally I would panic and cut the stream, but this is kind of funny.
This is funny. We're off the cuff here today.
Yeah.
Loosey goosey. Well, we have a question already.
I'll wait to answer. If we're going to be cutting this, I'll wait to answer it until
I'll probably cut it out for
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Yep, she says we gotta leave it, so we gotta leave it.
Okay.
Oh.
Comedy gold.
Alright, I need to remember to resubscribe, but I should wait to do that when it's not gonna get cut.
Oh yeah.
For that little bit of vanity.
Everyone say anything you don't want on YouTube right now.
I don't trust your editing skills enough to do that.
Hey!
Do
you not trust my
Carlin's 7 swears bits?
Is it my skills you don't trust or my intent?
Your intent.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is all we do while we sit around waiting for people to come back when their internet cuts out.
Yeah.
You guys, it's just
Shooting the breeze.
goof.
Let's just hop back into Overwatch and play a quick game.
Just stream the audio.
Yep.
Uh,
When we were playing before this, it's always interesting seeing the faces people make when playing. Like Morgan gets very
Oh
Very
my god,
intense.
I'm so into it. Can't even. I really suck at this game, but it's still kind of fun.
You're still in Overwatch, baby.
I'm waiting to see. To anyone out there that might be joining the stream right now, we are experiencing some technical difficulties. We will be back and running here in a moment. This is not how our stream normally looks. But
It looks like this on occasion, but usually we go away from it.
This is as serious as this game ever gets, though.
I don't want to move everyone around just to move them back.
Yeah, no, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the chat?
Yeah,
Anything
this
that-
is a good time to think about questions.
Yeah, non Survivors Complex related questions.
Okay. There's another one. Copying that one down.
Thank you to our secretary, Alex, keeping meeting minutes.
Because I ain't gonna be answering anything this game. Having played in, what, 3 sessions?
Yeah.
Oh, we could get some Kunai questions and just make you make a bunch of stuff up off the.
Yeah.
I have some Kunai questions.
Almost. Almost swap everybody. Guys in the chat, how was the guild session this morning, afternoon?
Yeah. I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
For those of you, while they're answering that, for those of you that might not be aware of that out there, we have our GGK Guild that we started about a month or so back, where you can play D&D on our Discord server. There's lots of fantastic DMs and players out there. I've played in a couple games now, run by them, and they're a joy a hoot and a holler to be around, and I am excited for the future of that. But it was great. I'm glad to hear that.
Sorry,
and we're still working with some details of it, but we kind of go by our own rules, sort of Adventures League styled, and it's been a lot of fun.
Huh?
Oh, there we go.
Ah!
All right.
Yay!
Sorry.
What was the exact last word I said before we cut? I don't remember. Talking about Lords of
It's gonna be
talking about the new game, and
it's gonna be D&D 5e.
Yes, that's it. So it's going to be D&D Lords of Misrule. It's going to be D&D 5th edition. Again, Noir. It's going to take place in a city called Gothford, which is sort of the heart of this East Ryman Empire. Essentially, it's going to take place in a world wholly separate from Sarthia and Survivor's Complex. It's going to be a completely new setting, and it's going to take place in a sort of, well, I guess futuristic for the sense of like medieval fantasy, but like I said, sort of 1920s-ish crime noir, and with gangsters and guns and all sorts of fun stuff. And I guess the only I can't think of how much I want to go into right now. We're going to do, obviously the game's going to start in 2 weeks. We'll do some other stuff before then to kind of tease it. But it's going to be very sort of like gang centric and a lot of kind of political intrigue and this balance of power stuff. But that's sort of the flavor of the game. We'll do the video a couple more times probably throughout this stream so you can see it again. We'll do more teasers as we go. It's going to be 2 weeks from today. That's going to be on Saturday. And the two big changes to our scheduling, if you're used to watching us on Saturdays, is we're going to be starting a little bit earlier at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So 2.5 hours earlier than we start now. And it's going to be bi-weekly instead of weekly, just for scheduling and freeing up some time for other things. But also we're starting earlier and we're doing less sessions, so maybe we'll run a bit longer occasionally. So yeah, that's about it as far as that goes, and more words to come later on that. Anything else? I think that's all I have for announcements. Should I just go ahead and answer some of the questions, or do you want to hold on to those until we hit balls?
Answer, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question was, what happened to Fulcher?
Fulcher. Okay. Fulcher, the last time we saw him was he had been turned over to the forces of Ivrandal and the Temple of the Six by the illustrious Gale Force after deciding to spare his life. I think you guys actually dropped him off in South Harbor, if I remember right. So over the last year, he has been, he was in prison and put on trial for his actions, as many of the keepers were. However, I think a few months before the events that are going to take place here today, a lot of the keepers were pardoned for what transpired, given the demonic influences that were revealed to have been sort of pulling the strings from behind the scenes. And Fulcher is now a member of the Ivrandalian military. Isn't a commandant as he was before, but is a sort of low-ranking officer, kind of working his way up, and I think has changed a lot since his last encounters with the party. He's maybe a little bit less militant than before.
Racist?
Maybe grew a beard. Maybe
he was jealous of mine.
Yeah, maybe a little more kind of
who isn't?
A little more McConaughey. Anyway, so yeah, that's where Fulcher's at right now. Any other good questions?
The only other question we have so far is, what were the throwbacks, if any, to your last campaign?
Oh boy, we had a lot of throwbacks. That'd take me a while to go through all of them.
We had a couple of throwbacks to 2 campaigns ago.
Yeah, we've had
One big one that I can think of that I think we already talked about.
The biggest throwback to our last campaign was the it would have been the delegates from Valeforge, because that's where the last campaign took place. So you saw the queen Anderfell of Valeforge. She was the figure put in power after the events of our last campaign, which happened there and then led to and kind of culminated in the death of some of the monarchy within Valeforge and some shifts in power there. So that was the biggest throwback. Also, the Eternal Hold was a organization that was put together by Sarah's character in our last game, and that was a big throwback there as well. And then to 2 campaigns ago, the biggest throwback was the Magician, and Roran, and all the events there were basically right where we left off in a campaign that I ran for Savannah and Dylan and a couple of others a while
Before
back.
these nerds.
Yeah, before these nerds joined the
And
group.
then Coquet and the Damarians were really important to that campaign as well, which I think we talked about.
Yeah.
The Damarians already being Dylan and my old characters, but Dylan and I and Sean together created most of Coquet ourselves.
Yeah.
And it was super
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh,
Still one of the best characters I ever played.
I'll do, if we have one more, I'll take one more and then we'll
Yep.
get started on the game.
And related to one of the throwbacks, how did the magician meet Shroxalith?
That's a good one. That never came in because you guys stabbed him in the face before he got a chance to say much.
Not you guys. One guy
That would
One
be
guy.
one.
specifically
Yeah.
with cat ears.
So there's a lot of details in it that I'd have to pour through my notes for, because I've written a lot on the Magician and Crestian Roran and his fall from grace. But after Crestian Roran left his seat as emperor, sort of abandoned his country and for the sake of pursuing magical power, and had acquired a lot of it, and had come across some, I think had actually traveled to some of the Triton cities, and during his gallivanting around Sarthia, because the Triton had been there actually before many of the surface kingdoms came into existence, and had uncovered or learned of some of the secrets of the Triton, and had learned of the Leviathan and the Krakens that had come through the portal. I can't believe I forgot that word. That had come through the portal during the war with the Triton, and had learned of Shroxalith, and using his magical and arcane abilities, actually using like something akin to like a dream spell, was able to speak and reach out to Shroxalith in the astral plane, and speak with the Kraken there, and they made a deal in that place that Crestian Roran would gather the artifacts that he would need to free Shroxalith, and in exchange, Shroxalith would give him the power and the that he needed to acquire immortality and to claim the kingdoms beyond his own empire. And then you see how it turns out. They both sort of plan to betray each other from the get-go. But yeah, so that's how they met, and it was a love at first sight. Okay, so I think that is that's all I'll do for now. We'll answer some more as we go, but I want to go ahead and get into the game so these fools can get started. So where we last left off, the events that ended our last campaign, the vanquishing of the demon queen, the demon goddess Arathilia, and the ascension of Denowin and Kune the Ashen One. We pick up a year later, and there have been some very some world-changing events since then. I'm going to cover a couple, and then talk about where we're at now. But the biggest one being the ascension of two new gods, and the knowledge of the faithful of Grin and Alarius that their patrons, that their lord and lady had fallen. And there was a lot of tension about that within the Temple of the Six and the worshippers of those gods, and on what to do next. And these the word that had spread very quickly of the ascension of two new beings to godhood. I think the first big event that occurred, and speaking with Kune and Den, the reunification of the Paramount Convergence being one of the big events that many clerics and other important religious figures have spoken of, receiving revelation on the subject. The gods are freed from their prisons and are once again free to walk the plains and take their seat in the dawning city, the celestial plane. Now everything being how it is, and the shift of the status quo has led to a lot of dissent in the ranks. And there have been, again, through revelation from various religious figures, lesser gods that have sought equal status and are not too happy with the idea that the Paramount Convergence has the return that now the four and the two new gods, especially joining the ranks, is sort of set a precedence that if there can be the replacement of two of the gods of the six, why can't there be more? And why does the Paramount Convergence have to be just the six as we know it? And there have been a lot of discussion, and we can kind of get into that in character of Den and Kune deciding kind of what they do in those situations, and we'll kind of reveal how we're going to get through that. But I think there's been a lot of discussion, a lot of God talk about that. But there has, as a result, many of the lesser gods have grown distant from the pantheon as it exists, and a new pantheon has taken root, as the Platinum Beacon has formed, a selection of new gods that have formed their own sort of coalition. But that's sort of where we stand right now with religious affairs. And that's obviously not the only important thing, as a few months after the events that took place, there was one event that's reunited Gale Force for probably the last time before this, which was a trip to Nelsry for a wedding. As you were invited to the wedding of Prince Zinstor and Ephrin Nelsry, as they united not only themselves in matrimony, but also the unification of the Triton people and Ondok here, which is a very big political shift. And some events have transpired since that, but we won't go into the nitty-gritty there. And otherwise, the continued alliance of the nations of Sarthia still holds as they rebuild, restructure, and come to find their new place in this shifting balance of power within the plains. But where we pick up, far, far to the north, in the kingdom of Krastil, in a small town at the edge of a chain of lakes, north of Lake Moraz, at the edge of the Zolatan Gora mountain range, we come across the small town of Leden. And it's there that we pan in to a snow and frost covered tavern. The windows barely visible inside from the frost on the glass paneling, but the gentle glow emanates from the warmth within. and you can hear the hustle and bustle of many of the town's patrons that have made their way into the frosted mug for an ale and some stew at the end of a long day. And it's there as we head inside, which will require a music change. That we see the hustle and bustle of many people within the tavern. A cat jumps off onto a table, knocking over a patron's mug, who quickly swats the feline away as it scampers across the floor, going to chase a mouse somewhere else in the far off corners of the dark tavern. And we see the crowd itself begin to part and sort of move in a haphazard fashion as a very short figure cuts their way through the crowd and slams over onto the table 2 large mugs of ale. We see Lilibet, beard in full glory, probably not in her armor currently, scoot up onto the table and begin to drain one of the tankards as she waits patiently for her companions. Then, not too far from that moment, the door slams open, a gust of wind pierces through the warm interior of the tavern, and we see a figure enter, garbed and cloaked in heavy brown furs. They lower their hood, and we see the tanned complexion of Tova as she dusts the snow from her furred coat. And a little bit, you see Tova entering for the first time in probably 3 or 4 months.
I stand up on my stool and I'm like, Tova, get over here before I drink yours.
Lil, it's so good to see you.
You too. I don't want to crawl through the crowd, so you crawl come to me.
I'll be there in just a sec.
The two of you make your way to each other and sit in this corner booth and hug and get comfortable and dust the snow off yourself and have a nice hearty mug of ale or whatever you'd like.
What the heck have you been doing?
Oh, well, I wanted to ask you the same, but after we originally left Crastel, I just have been traveling around with the crew and ensuring that Gale Force has continued to be sort of a peacemaking and diplomatic group, sort of stepping in where we need to. Luckily, there hasn't been too many instances, but I'm able to handle it.
Crew's doing okay. They got some water under the bridge and they're doing better.
Yeah, they're doing better mostly. Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Holly's okay.
It's hard to tell sometimes, but I think she's all right.
Okay. Well, I'm coming back. I just needed a little bit of time, and but I'm coming because I don't want to stay at home anymore. I mean, clearly, I came all the way back here.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see you. This is a good place to meet.
Yes, it's a good bar. But yeah. So, crap, my train of thought just literally went.
Perfect.
Let's have some more.
You take another swig as the conversation continues, and then a few minutes later, the doors bust open once again, and you see 2 figures enter this time, dusting the snow off of them. And I'm actually going to let these peoples describe themselves.
So the taller one that stands probably a good foot or 2 above his companion, you recognize a bit as being a furbolg. But whereas the last furbolg you spent a good amount of time with had long hair and braids and otherwise seemed pretty clean shaven, this one has very short hair but a big bushy mustache. and just kind of glares around the whole room, and you can't tell if he's displeased with having just trudged through the snow, if it's too noisy in here, or if he's just always kind of a grumpy pants.
And I am playing Grumpy Pants' companion. A small, slim woman with light blue skin, very long, flowing white hair, and white pupilless eyes, a water genasi, who is wearing full plate armor and carrying at her hip a trident and a shield on her back, which, upon close inspection, would probably be familiar to a couple of people in the room, as it is platinum with a gemstone set into the center. She wears exactly 2 pieces of jewelry, a ring over her left index finger, like a cuff, and a holy symbol around her neck.
And you, Lil, you see the water genasi figure. You recognize Catherine.
Catherine, we're over here. Come here.
Lilibet! Hi!
Tova, just give her a second. She's give her, you'll like her, I promise.
Steffi,
All right.
come on, that's my friend. I grab his arm, start pulling him.
Okay. You two navigate your way to the table.
Bartender, two more ales, please.
You look over to the bartender, a younger woman named Tanya, with sort of ivory skin and very heavy curled red hair, looks over and she nods towards you and acknowledges your order and quickly darts off to get your drinks.
As they walk up, I'm like, Catherine, this is Tova, one of the original members of Gale Force. Tova, this is Catherine, and I don't know who this is, but I'm sure it's fine.
It's lovely to meet you.
Hi. Allow me to introduce myself. Catherine Chide, Protector of Peace, Paladin Extraordinaire, and Champion of a Most Holy Lady of War and Protection, Denuin. I am both honored and humbled to meet you, member of Gale Force, and at the behest of my lady, I'm at your service. And this is Steffi.
Love it.
The name's Esteban.
You can call him Steffi.
Esteban. And much like my rambunctious companion here, I also come at the behest of one of the new gods. Kune has spoken to me and asked me to come and assist you in whatever it may be. Mostly I'm here to make sure Kat does not get herself killed.
Well,
Yes.
That's kind of my job, but that's okay. I'll take all the help I can get. She needs a little more supervision.
He's alright. You can call me Kat.
Cat, excellent.
Must say, tad disappointed. Had heard tale of the Tabaxi start. Really was looking forward to making a You Can Call Me Cat, but it looks like you've already got one. Joke. Oh well, beauty of comedy, its ethereal nature. When do we set off? I'm so excited.
Have a beer, please. Drink this.
Come sit down.
Tanya comes to the table and gives drinks for everyone. And actually, as she puts the drinks in front of you, she looks to you, Lil. And I think you've probably been here for maybe a day or two now, waiting for people. And she says, Lilibet, you had a few letters come through. I don't know who they're from, but they're addressed to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I take them and I immediately rip into them.
Okay. There are 2 letters, and it looks like one is written from Star and the other from Sado.
I'm going like this.
Now, give some more context here. You sent out letters for everyone to meet you, your messages for everyone to meet you here, and at this tavern. So as your heart sinks seeing the letters and realizing that your friends might not be joining you for this journey, I'll go ahead and read off what they say. The first message the letter to...
Let's go Star first, because Cat made the cat joke.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Sorry, I'm noticing some internet issues. I was just dropping some stuff. There we go. All right. So opening up Star's letter. Dear all, I'm well. I'd be with you, but Graldar has been active since my return. First, there was the reunion between my mother and father. It was nice not being the one chased out of the kitchen with a knife for once. After that had died down, though, there was his trial. I testified as I said I would. The council still rules for his imprisonment, though. Turns out jailbreaks aren't that hard. They are well aware of where he is and who took him. If they wish to collect him, they need only try. He's been useful, though, in providing knowledge on where portals are likely to open up so we can ensure they're defended. Hopefully, one day we can connect with the Tabaxi and the Twilight Realms and establish a new link there. I've also been helping with the Null problem. Very few, well, none of them, are as powerful as the Demon Queen, and I've been able to help push them back and claim more of the island for the Tabaxi. Perhaps one day we'll permanently quell the tide. I've stopped in Ivrandal once to help our merchants in the new city and make sure they weren't getting ripped off. Didn't need to get in on that at all. We're good. I still carry the book with me. I have Thrix and the Prince helping me make a vault we can float between the planes and hide it in. I would have asked Kune to help hide it away on his travels, but, as you know, the whole godhood thing. I hope this finds you in good health, and I'd be with all of you, but another portal is about to open and I'm in need in case there's an incursion. Good luck, and please, we've already killed a demon god. This should be nothing. Yours, Star shining between the storm clouds. The next letter is from Sado. Dear Gale Force, I can't believe it's already been a year since our last adventure. Time here in South Harbor seems to move slower with all the excitement of the high seas that the high seas brought us. I've made sure to stay busy in my shop. With the new trade lines I've established between the Tabaxi and the Triton, I guess I don't really have a choice. Having Holly work in the shop when she's in port really helps take some of the load off. Though, it doesn't happen that often, unfortunately. She never ceases to impress me. Den would be proud. Ferore is just glad that I'm back home and for good this time. Mom and Dad are glad to have me back as well, especially since I can help out in the ranch now every now and then. As you all know by now, I've never been really good with words, so I hope you bear with me for the next bit. Kune, wherever you are, you were roaming this world with nobody else by your side. Somehow you found your way to us. I hope that for the short amount of time that you were with Gale Force, you felt like you had a family. I hope you know that you had brothers, sisters, and a pretty cool grandpa that would have given their life for you if you needed. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again before too long. Tova, I know you must have been so nervous when you first came on board with us. It's not easy to join in with a group like ours. In no time, you've meshed with all of us. Although you were quiet and reserved, I could always tell when the gears were turning in that brilliant head of yours. You are one of the most caring people I've ever met, and you really showed it in battle. You saved all of us more times than I can count. I hope you know how big a role you played within our family. We couldn't have done any of this without you, and I'm forever in your debt. If you find yourself in South Harbor, don't bother with an inn. You will always have a place in my home. Star, I'm just praying you haven't lost any more limbs. As cool as RoboCat may seem, I'm going to need you to stay more Tabaxi than Machine. I've never met anyone so passionate in what they believe as you are. Even if sometimes they got us into sticky situations, I always admired you for it. You helped bring out the passion in me for the work that I did. The way you fought, climbed, and jumped around always left me in awe. If you ever need a hand or just want to experiment on your own, you know where to find me. Lilibet. If I don't say this right off the bat, for some young lady is going to be very upset with me. Ferora says hello, and she misses you, and can't wait for you to come visit. And I'm right there with her. I hope the wine business is treating you well. Ferora would love to talk about some new product ideas. Something about a mint condition vine bottle partnership. I just want to say that you may have been the smallest member of our party, but you had the biggest heart and the best beard. I know a lot of what we went through was tough, but it always brought out the best in you. We are all so proud of you. Den is proud of you, and I know your grandmother is proud of you. Let's grab drinks soon. I can't wait to catch up. Lastly, Centurion Perfuro Denowin Helendran Talian Norian Nelsriath, second in line for the seat of the Chancellor of the Triton Protectorate of Nelsley, daughter of Selene, descendant of the New Guardians, faithful of Seraphine, captain of the Relentless Gale, and sentinel of the deep. I guess you should add goddess to that. You were the greatest leader I ever met. You were so strong-willed that there was never a doubt in my mind that we could accomplish the things we did. I know that showing emotion was difficult for you, but those moments that you let down, those moments that you let down your guard were the moments I knew that everything was going to be okay. I knew that we would all be safe. I knew that you always had our backs and weren't going to let anything get to us without going through you first. I miss you, Den. Honestly. I think Didar misses you more than I do. I guess he got used to having another fish out of water with him. I hope that wherever plane you exist on, you dropped all of those titles. But if you really want one, I have an idea for you. Denowin, the best friend I could have ever asked for. To all of you, I will keep each and every one of you in my heart for as long as I live. My door is always open. Didar especially can't wait for you to come visit. I love you all dearly, and I wouldn't change a damn thing that happened, not even the bad stuff. I will always be a proud member of Gale Force. May Kune and Den be with all of you. Your awesome grandpa, Sad Elks July.
That's another throwback to our last campaign we didn't talk about.
I don't want to get into Sad Elks July. Honestly.
You know he signed his full name just so you can say it on stream.
Yep.
One more time.
The last time.
Dylan, why?
Although speaking of Sadel, we do have a Sadel question. When did Dylan, or I guess Sadel, decide to make his servant a Plesiosaurus?
I can answer that question.
You remember? Okay, go for it.
It was when I told him to.
Yeah, that's true.
Is the answer to that question, is we were sitting around talking about it forever ago, and he couldn't decide, and I was just flipping through stuff, and I said, how about this? Sent him a picture, and that's the whole story.
And I was basically just looking for challenge rating appropriate creatures.
The whole story, I just went to... Oh, I just totally blanked on the name of the website. I feel so bad. I use it all the time.
Cobalt Fight Club.
Nope, the other one.
There's another one.
Dungeon?
Yes!
Oh, I love that one.
Yes. Spelled Don John.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just flipped through the entire list, and I said, that's a dinosaur. And sent him a picture and said, do this. And we went, okay. And then sat around for 20 minutes talking about how great it was going to be when everybody found out he was a plesiosaur.
Yep. And then we spent forever, like, I don't know how many names for Didar.
Yeah. I named him, too.
You did. Paddle, or Sir Paddles? Wasn't he Sir Paddles
Sir
in
Paddles. Didar, Sir Paddles, but his friends call him Jim. It's not a very exciting story, but I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, that's fun. I didn't know that.
All right. So you finish your or you finish the letters, all of you having your own moment. Perhaps Catherine and Esteban not fully understanding why the other two are tearing up. Any other conversations? Anything else you guys needed to discuss before you get on your adventure?
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming, and I'm a little bummed that Ellen and Star's doing God's work basically, and Grandpa can't be out doing these things, going after these monsters too much longer, especially Fiore. We took it from Fiore for a while, so she gets to have her man back, I guess. But I guess, do we all know what we're getting into? Should I explain it a little bit more? I mean, Tova, you came along the first time, so you know what we're about to tussle with, but...
Dragons.
Well, one. Hopefully. It better only be one.
Only one! Oh.
Yeah, but he's got a nasty bite, not gonna lie. He's a mean son of a gun. But, so... family lore and all, went to go search out my family's, history. And we ended up in a place that apparently was my family's old homestead. And there was a guy there, a dwarf, stealing all my family's brew, which was not okay by me, or anybody for that matter. Turns out he was a dragon. And now we gotta go and kill him, because he's still messing with my family. And this, I think, is the last, big kind of thing to deal with. And then we can deal with God stuff. Because what else is there to deal with? Nothing.
Top of our game. I think that was a good summary. It will be interesting to tangle with this dragon again.
Yeah.
Where it's at?
I think so. Sean, I didn't talk to you about this.
Yes. So here's Lil. During your downtime, you finally took that journal, the Brewmaster's journal, back to your grandmother, and the two of you pored over it for a while. And in a very sort of Da Vinci Code turn of events, I think the two of you, or I think your grandmother probably noticed that there was actually a cipher built into the Brewmaster's record. Different sorts of some terms used in odd places that definitely caught her attention, and you were able to work through that, and it led to created a sense of a map, or gave a location to the location of the old Grogcast brewers located in far to the north, in an old dwarven kingdom that had been lost to time and history. And that's where you are. That's why you are right now in Ledin, as the location of this long lost dwarven kingdom is not too far to the north from where you are now, in a pass between the Zoltan Gora mountain range.
So, yeah, we should probably, does anybody need, do we gotta prep anything? Do you guys need any stuff? Or are you guys ready to go? I mean...
I never prepare.
Well...
And I always tell you that you should prepare.
And so far we've been fine.
Yes, well, given to what we will be tangling with, I thought it prudent to procure the materials necessary for a hero's feast. Obviously, we should not do that now, but in the lead up to the encounter, we will be able to do that.
Well, that was good thinking. I like you, Esteban.
I don't know what that means, but the feast sounds nice.
I told you guys, he's great.
How do you handle the cold? It's fairly cold up in the mountains.
I should, I hate wearing all those furs all the time, but it really stinks also walking around in all the plate in the cold, doesn't it?
I don't like it, but I'll survive.
All right.
And Steffi's furry, so.
Yep. Oh, also, I suppose something you would notice about Esteban now that he's closer is that he does have what appears to be Kune's old armor set, as well as Sir Clutch's glove and the Ring of Karmic Balance.
And I will add to that.
Recognize that.
I will add to that. That Cat is actually wearing Den's ring that she'd been wearing since the very beginning, and carrying Vesh's shield.
All right.
Cat, have you prayed to the good one, Den?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay, because we're gonna need her help.
It's gonna be awesome.
All right. So we'll say you guys, it's late in the evening. You wouldn't want to leave right now anyway. You spend the rest of the evening drinking and enjoying yourselves to your heart's content before setting out on yet another adventure in the morning. You all wake the following day. Just more neutral music. The party stops a little bit after midnight. There we go. We'll just go with that for now. You wake up in the morning, and to the sound of the crunching of snow outside, as an ox pulls a cart down the cobblestone street, there is about foot of snow throughout this valley here. It's very cold at the edge of this mountain range. Something, Tova, you're entirely used to this climate, I believe.
Finally.
Not too far from your home. As for the rest of you, it's cold. Anything you want to prepare? Do you guys want to go and do your... It's not too far to the pass that on your map, probably about an hour's travel.
Okay. I'm gonna get up in the morning and just, do my normal prayers, but my prayers are no longer to Lelavath. They're to Den. And Lil sits down and pulls out the holy symbol. Den, I know you picked her, but she's a little overzealous and so not like you. I don't get it yet. Please give me the strength to not bop her on the head sometimes. Because Brilliant's gonna be mean and nasty. You remember him. And I want her to live because she's got to go and spread your word. But, doggy sometimes.
Savannah, if Den were to give some sort of sign right now, what would it be?
I think it would be, I don't know, she does a lot of ocean themes. But I think there is maybe less of that this time, because I think she responds a lot. I think there's a little less of that this time, and I think there is just more of a little bit of like a glow from the holy symbol and a little bit of like a little bit more warmth, I think, than she usually gives off in an attempt to be like, it's gonna be okay.
Maybe like the warmth of an ocean breeze.
Yeah, like the sun on your face.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But I think there is very much the idea of like, just trust me. Mysterious ways, reasons. Kind of that. More of like maybe like a slightly more comforting thing than maybe is normal for her.
And a tequila shot appears in front of you.
And yeah, that too.
I mean, right? That to worship Den, you still have to have like ale, alcohol everywhere.
Every time you make an offering at the altar of Denowin, alcohol appears. That seems right.
All right. So you do your prayers. Get your message. Anybody else doing anything? You guys going to go ahead and feast it up?
How long does that last again?
24 hours. And it's going to take you guys like an hour to get there.
Yeah. So yeah, do Heroes Feast. Actually, probably would have done it the night before. You said it takes how long to get there? An hour to get there?
Yeah. So you could have done it the night before if you wanted
night
to.
before, so that he gets the spell slot back.
That's fair.
But so as a reminder, what that does, up to 12 other creatures can partake of the feast. So at least the 4 of us are. I assume we're taking the Relentless Scale. Are the other crew members around?
No, the Relentless Scale's nowhere around right now. I think you would have.
Tova's keeping him safe.
Yeah,
and far away from us is what that means.
I think you probably left the Gale near Victorstol, which is the capital of Krastel. And it's near like the southern edge of the continent. So.
Okay, but benefits of Heroes Feast: creature is cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points. These benefits last for 24 hours. So I will go ahead and roll 2d10. Come on, big money. All right, 15.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, everybody gets 15 hit points increased by 15 for the next 24 hours, which is effectively the rest of this game. So just go ahead and increase your hit points by 15.
Yep.
Does then our current hit points also go up to match it?
Yeah.
And so all saving throws are at advantage, right?
Not
Wisdom.
all, just
Wisdom, that's right. Thank you.
This will, wisdom will just be at advantage for 24 hours, regardless of any other effects.
And then immune to poison, immune to frightened.
Yep, and that's it. But no, that's all pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we got 2 paladins that can keep you from being frightened. So super good.
We ain't scared of no dragon.
I ain't scared of nothing.
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
I ain't scared of no ghost dragons.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all that Esteban needs to do for prep, other than also going to get more drinks.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna retcon. Can I retcon that Gully came out last night?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could have already had him with you. He doesn't have a time limit, so.
No. Cool. Yay.
Yeah.
Buddy. Doing lots of scritches.
I assume goalie's still the same after a year.
Very much so. Still the same slobbery mastiff that he was.
Okay.
You're a little wider in the face.
All right. So you all gather in your armor and your winter traveling gear.
Speaking of, can I make the canon thing that Lil looks like the little kid from A Christmas Story who can't put his arms down? Underneath all of her plates, she's just like, "Hi guys."
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes.
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
sword in one hand, just waddling through the snow. Yeah. That's perfect. So as you all step out into the cold, a brisk wind sweeps through the valley, catching the snow and kicking it into a flurry as the wind carries north. And you look up towards the Zolatan Gora mountains and take a breath of the cold morning air and step out on a journey once again. Some of you, this being old hat, others being a new experience. As you followed the map that Lil has, and you've had some time to scout here, so I'm not going to make you make a bunch of checks. I think between your knowledge, the time that you've had to scout out the area and get your bearings, combined with Tova's knowledge of the terrain, the two of you begin navigating the foothills to the north as you make your way in the direction of this dwarven kingdom. And as you said, about 45 minutes of travel. You cover about a mile for rough going in the snow, but you're all pretty experienced in roughing it like this. And you can see ahead there is a pass that leads through. There's no clear path here. Like, it doesn't seem like people travel this way very often. And you make out from the cipher that you have, Lil, that's the correct direction to go. And after the full hour, maybe hour and a half, depending on, shorter legs and stopping and taking in the sights, getting a few selfies, eventually you enter the pass and you come up to a region or a stretch of terrain here that looks like it was recently, or not so recently, excavated. There are rocks and signs of a landslide that occurred or might have occurred within the past few months to a year. Signs that the terrain itself has shifted here. There are saplings that aren't full grown, the signs of dead trees that have been uprooted and died within that period of time. Just the overall sense of disruption. But just beyond that, as you enter the pass, you see a enormous set of doors, each one stretching about 40 feet up, and they are currently open, pushed inwards, with snow and frost caked inside, leading into the darkness beyond.
Well, that looks familiar.
Not as good as Star is, but should I go in ahead a little bit?
Yeah, give yourself some credit. You're pretty damn amazing, Tova. I mean, Star was ridiculous, but you're pretty damn amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go try to sneak in there and see what I can see.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay.
While she does that, I think I'm gonna start to remove half the furs that I have.
Okay.
So I'm not at disadvantage while trying to
Yeah, you get out of the cold a little bit. It's a little warmer here.
26.
26. Okay. You creep along inwards into the dwarven city.
Sneak. Got my goggles on.
As you enter these long, forgotten doors, your eyes, you shift your night vision goggles on, and your eyes adjust to the darkness beyond. Not but 40 feet beyond the entranceway, there's some sort of like a path or tunnel carved through here. Walls immaculately smooth and perfectly carved into the rock here. You notice a couple things as you're heading through. One is there is a heavy amount of like plant life that has grown through here, like through the cracks, vines and other weeds and kind of like an infestation of plants, plant growth in here that have broken through the stone on the floor and wrapped their way up along the smooth walls. But there is like a heavy amount of growth in here, unnaturally so. And a light fog seems to hang in patches around, and you hear the sound of running water. As you make it along this 40-foot stretch, your eyes adjust and you look out into an enormous cavern and the once bustling city that stood here. There is a sort of a basin, a concave shape that exists just beyond this doorway, and you can see the tiers of this dwarven city that stretch downward. there are buildings that looks like they must have once been residences and shops and taverns, and you see stretches of grass and with trees growing up through them now, gnarled with vines, the growth having exceeded its original parameters. You see like parks that might have once been here, and a road that cuts across your current viewpoint, but spiraling down this kind of alongside this road, there is a river that spirals down to the lowest basin of this city. So big bowl city, road that spirals around, river that follows that same path.
Okay.
But it is dark and it is quiet.
Okay. Just like tell Lil, I guess, is the only one with the van. Just tell her, haven't noticed anything yet. It's probably all right to come in, but try to keep quiet, maybe. I mean, there's a river in here. Maybe it'll mask some of the noise.
Oh, Tova, we haven't fought together in so long. Remember how loud I am? I'll try. I'll get on Gully, and maybe that'll help keep me quieter.
All right. I need the, if you guys are going to stealth, I need the 3 other loud boys to make,
It's gonna be great.
stealth.
We are loud as
Like,
heck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure half plate is at disadvantage.
I think so.
I know plate armor is.
Why do we bother?
I don't know.
I have less stealth in this game than I did in the last game.
I mean,
I have a 0.
We had so many people who could offset our really bad rolls. We don't have them anymore.
That's true.
So that,
Great.
Esteban would cast guidance on himself first to give himself a plus 1d4.
Okay.
So that brings it up to an 8.
Cool. Awesome.
Also an 8.
I got a 6.
All right, Tova, as you sit there and you
Sit
stare
Oh, boys.
into the darkness and in the quiet, and it's peaceful in here. You then hear the sound of your companions coming up behind you, the rustling of metal and the slamming of feet against stone. And I think Catherine is probably pointing and making comments about every strange and interesting thing that she sees. And they make just a ruckus
As we go down, I'm explaining the difference between stalactites and stalagmites.
And I'm behind her going, shh, shh, stealth.
But it's...
Stealth!
But you're actually Lil's yelling that. And it's not helping.
Try to be quiet.
Be quiet!
There's a lot of mnemonic devices that allow you to tell the difference if you can't remember.
I think maybe we should pass on trying to be stealthy.
It's
It was
still
a good,
not
it
my
was a good
strong.
first try, I think, but it could use some work.
All right, so you've got the road ahead of you. You've got buildings alongside this road that spirals downward, and then a river with, it looks like some of them are broken, but it looks like there are some still buoyant like boats in the river, like gondolas moored in the water. How would you like to proceed forward?
Do we get any sense of like any footprints, any tracks, any sense of somebody who came in before us?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Also, does Gully wear like a collar or like a harness or anything?
I mean, there's a saddle, quote unquote.
Yeah, there's some sort of harness that he comes with. Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
And you said a perception check, right?
Perception check, yeah.
Oh my god. I swear, every roll I've had has been awful since the 2 natural 20s in the Garistro. This is a whopping 7.
Oh no.
All right. 7. There's stuff here. Dirty. You don't really see any. There's a lot of signs that could be something coming through here, but honestly, it's hard to tell. To sort through it. Does anybody else want to try to help her out with this?
I asked Tova.
Tova, I'm not seeing any tracks. Do you see anything? You're usually better at this than me.
Yeah, let me give a look. And I'm going to pull out one of my little daggers, one of the blades of balance, and cast light on it so we can see better.
Okay, yeah. So a light fills the area. And yeah, if you want to make another perception check.
Yeah, I'm going to look around. Perception, that is 24.
24. You do notice some signs of movement through here. There are some clear drag marks and breaks in the plants that have grown through here. Some scuffs and rivets in the dirt that seem to indicate that there are a lot of things or multiple things coming in and out of here. So yes, there is a lot of activity.
While she's looking, I'm right behind her, like trying to see what she's looking at.
And I'll even go so far as to say you do come across one very large track, like perfect indentation of like a large claw in the ground.
I'm going to point it out since Catherine's looking over my shoulder. Just point it out. That's what we're looking for.
What is it?
Well, looks like a claw of some sort. By the size of it, might be a dragon.
That would make sense. How do you even see those things?
Tova can look into your soul if you give her a chance.
I mean, I'm just good at reading things.
That's awesome.
Don't ever try to lie to her. She'll know.
I won't.
Okay, and then you said the tracks are heading down, like, towards the boats? Or you just said the boats were there?
The boats are there. They head in the direction of the boats. It looks like some of them might go towards and into the river. And some of them head down the paths as well. So there are signs that people travel either way. So how would your group like to proceed forward? On foot or via boat?
Did my book give any indication about the best way to get around in the city?
No, it was pretty much just a location of the city, and you know that the brewers. I'd say you know that the what am I trying to say? Like the warehouse, the brewers would probably be at the lowest reaches of the city.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the boats are probably going to be faster than us walking. And if I sit still, then maybe I won't make any noise.
All right.
I do know my way around a boat. I can help.
All right.
Steffi, can you fit in a boat?
He's a big
If
boy.
they are large enough.
I can never tell if you're doing a joke or if you're just saying stuff.
Let us find the boats and see if they are large enough to hold me.
All right. So who's going towards the boat first? Three of
We all
you.
go
He said.
first.
And then we all get stuck in the door at the same time.
Lil started heading that way before anyone else.
Yeah.
I instinctually just kind of follow Lilibet around.
Sure. Lil, as you head towards the boat and you reach the ground about maybe 20 feet off from shore, there is a cracking sound and a lurching sensation as a pit opens up underneath you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh, I forgot about traps. Traps are a thing that I forgot about. Okay. Hey, that's not horrible. A 19?
Oh yeah, that's more than enough. You instinctively, with your honed reflexes, having traveled many a dungeon, you leap backwards as this pit opens up underneath you, about 10 foot wide, and maybe about 20 feet deep. And you see the ground and the rocks break away to this false top that was set here, and opens up in front of you, but you avoid falling.
Whoa. Guys, watch your footing, because apparently the floor is not so good.
Yeah, I didn't realize we should be looking for things like that. Nice save. Baby.
So, you head over to the boats. They seem like they're in pretty good condition. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary with them. Some of that I'd say there's like 3 moored here. One of them looks to have degraded to the point where it's not operable anymore. The other 2 look like they'd still be buoyant. Very old wood. It's a miracle that any of them are working or still floating. But
What is it, about 2 people to a boat? Or can we get 3 in one and then maybe Esteban in the other?
Yeah, I'd say you could go 3 people to a boat. So you can either go 2 and 2, or you can go 3 and 1.
Maybe Esteban and Lil
Oh, yeah, that probably makes more
offset each
sense.
other a
Yeah.
little bit.
I'll go
Alright.
with Tova.
Okay. So you guys pair off into your respective boats and begin to sail down or gondola down the river.
Unless she shushes me, I talk to Tova the whole way down.
Yeah, which it's not. You don't really have to do much work because the current of the river, it's not very steady. It's just a slight decline enough where the current of the river heads down at a slow pace, and carries the boats with it. So it's smooth sailing for the most part. Any conversations you want to have?
Probably at some point while Kat is just going on. Probably just. I'm curious, Kat. What drew you to pray to Den?
Well, I got struck by lightning once. Don't recommend it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of what set it off. It's kind of a long story, but the highlights are like, I was in a really bad spot and really by myself, but always been drawn to the water. You've seen me. And yeah, I sort of hit a point where I was at the bottom, rock bottom, so they say, and she sort of found me. Got struck by lightning, and sort of turned me around, set me right. And you kind of follow somebody after that, so.
She does see the best in people.
Yeah.
As you're chatting, there is, I think the 2 of you, your boat is probably going first, and Tova, your passive perception is high enough that I think you notice just a little too late, as there's a glint across the river, and you see that there is like a line, like a cord or some other thin line that's stretched across the river, and your boat is about to make impact with it. I'll say you get 1 reaction to do something if you can think of something you want to do.
Oh, so it's like, what level is this?
The cable is
The cable
probably
or
just like a foot above the water.
I don't know what to do other than say, "There's a trap."
She says this as your boat hits it, and I guess it sort of maybe lurches a little bit, but not enough as the resistance gives way. The cable with a ping snaps, and you can see this set of rings set into the street and then of the wall, and your eye traces that for a second, Tova, since you're the one noticing it, up to a net filled with rocks suspended about 40 feet in the air that suddenly goes loose as a rock slide comes slamming down on top of your boat. Need you to make the two of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh gosh.
You get a plus something. I'm a paladin.
Your charisma.
Yay.
Oh gosh. I don't know how much it is.
What's your charisma modifier?
I'm looking. +3.
All right.
Okay. You said Dex?
Yes.
$30.
Oh, yeah. You're good.
12.
Oh no.
You fail. So the rocks come slamming down. It's gonna be to Catherine. 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As the rocks slam into you. Try to get your shield up, but not enough. Tova, you dodge out of the way of the rocks. However, one of them slams into the boat and punches a hole straight into the center of your boat, which begins to take on water.
Can you swim?
Yes. But let me see if this will work. I'm gonna try to cast Mending on the hole in the boat.
Okay. Well, I think mending takes.
Let me see.
I think it takes 10 minutes, 1 minute or
A
10 minutes.
minute.
A minute. It takes a minute to cast, so you have to keep the water out of the boat for a minute. I don't know if either one of you has something that could do that.
I have hands.
It's a big hole.
Is Catherine wearing a helmet?
Nope.
Nope.
I use my shield. I take my shield off my back and I start like shoveling.
Okay.
I do.
All right. I'll.
My holy of holiest shields.
The shovel water out of the boat. I'm gonna bail out with it. All right.
Yep.
I'll say that's enough. As
It's
you-
concave, as one might say.
Yeah, as you shovel as you bail out the boat, which begins to slow down a bit, the other boat, you guys go past as you see them quickly dumping water out of the boat, and Tova is frantically casting mending as you see the wood beginning to close up this about foot wide hole, and the other boat just you guys go sailing past and watching them dealing with this.
Watch out for traps.
Yeah, I'm now like keeping an eye out and using the warhammer like to try and like use it to like push off things if I notice
Okay,
achiness in the ground.
you guys make perception checks.
Really? You can't just give me this one?
No. When have I ever done that?
Have you ever played D&D?
15 for Esteban.
That's pretty good.
19 for Lil.
It's very good. Okay. So you guys gain some ground on the other boat. You guys are the other boat able to heal up your ship. You get the water out, and it's a little damp on the bottom. You're not able to bail out all the water with your shield, but enough to keep it afloat. And and now the hole is gone.
Well, that was
Pretty
exciting.
wet. Yeah, that's a word for it.
I mean, I wasn't really scared. I can breathe underwater.
That's true. But
Lil.
you don't know what's in that water, so
Oh.
And the water looks gross. It's very gross. It's like dark. You can't even see like more than a few inches below the surface. It's very murky.
I put my hair up in a ponytail.
Yeah, it smells bad too.
great. And we
I
said,
put my hair up in a high ponytail.
nice specimen.
Yes.
The other boat, Lil, you notice this first. You get down like maybe another turn around, and you see another wire across the river.
How can I? Does there look like an easy way for me to try and I'm trying to see if I have any like spells or anything that I can do to make it like launch it off before we get anywhere near it. But of course I
Do you have
don't.
any ranged weapons or anything?
No, of course I don't, because that's not Lil's bailiwick. So I'll turn to my friend Esteban and say, there's another wire coming up pretty quick. Can you do anything to set it off before we get there, and like then we can get around the rocks?
I can certainly try, and I will cast. Would I have any sense of Toll the Dead being able to do anything to it?
That's interesting.
It's not alive.
Is it psychic damage for Toll the
It's
Dead?
necrotic, I believe. Where's the spell section?
I mean, if it's a wire, wouldn't it be like catgut or something like that? Like,
Yeah, I believe Toll the Dead is necrotic damage. I found spells in Xanathar's.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You point at one creature you can see within range.
Okay, that's the kicker. It's not a creature.
Yep. What about thaumaturgy? Can that do something?
It could shake it a bit. I know you can do like a little quaking.
Yep. Thaumaturgy. Voice booms, flames flicker, harmless tremors, create a sound, cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or shut, and alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. I'm gonna stare at it real mean.
And that's been the cliff notes of thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
Anything? You guys have a few extra seconds to make a decision before
I
you
got
hit
an
this
idea.
thing.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and cast plant growth over where I see the rocks in the top, and basically
You don't see any rocks on top of this
Oh,
one.
Okay.
never
This
mind.
one actually looks like there you see a small metal contraption to the that's to the side on the river.
Okay, what I want to try and do is take my light crossbow and just shoot a bolt at the contraption.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Make it.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 8.
All right. So here's what I think happens. Esteban aims the crossbow perfectly at the mechanism. You fire. The crossbow bolt shoots out as you guys are approaching the wire. It hits, turns the contraption a little bit, so it angles it straight towards your boat before you hit the wire, and the contraption goes off, which sends a cloud of dark greenish vapor towards your boat, which you all you begin to cough and swat away. However, it doesn't seem to have any effect on
Hero's
you.
Feast.
Yes, it harmlessly passes over you.
But you get an E for effort, Esteban.
From the boat, I had to go, who farted?
It was you, as always.
And I think at that moment, as you guys are drifting down, as that goes off and the crossbow clanks around, you begin to hear a noise. Is yep, 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 and you begin to notice small creatures moving off in the darkness. Tiny, about foot and a half tall, little gremlin-looking creatures with long red snouts, painted or this black paint covering their faces. You see kobolds beginning to gather around the boat and up on the ledges of the walls around. As they begin to swarm, you see close to 15 or 16 kobolds beginning to swarm around your boat as they begin to pull out little daggers and spears and crossbows and train them in your direction, as one in the back lets out a battle cry, this and then leaps towards the boat. And
Great.
I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
All right. As we do that, we have a few questions from the chat. Let's see. The first one is, would you, Sean, ever publish your notes on Sarthia so that some person who could say who might run games in the setting?
I've considered it. I think we've talked about compiling something like that in the past. It's just a matter of time, really. I would really like to, and I'd probably come up with something sort of brief and put it on like DM's Guild. And if that's something I got enough interest in, I would definitely put that up. The more interest I had, the more effort I'd be able to put into it. But definitely, I'd be interested in that.
Okay. I can do another question, or we can...
Yeah, do a couple quick fire ones while we're doing.
What does Seraphine think about Denowin being her boss now?
That's a question from a different chat.
I think she's I don't think there's really any pettiness there. I think Seraphine has seen Den as a loyal follower and an acolyte that has risen to a station above hers, and I think she is very devoted now to continuing to guide Den and to assist her.
Proud mom.
Yeah, I think they probably have a very interesting relationship where you are technically like of a higher station now, but I would see Seraphine as a close advisor to Den at this point.
You
muted
I know. That's why I said, "Oh no."
Yep.
She's hand of the king, is what I was going to say.
Yep. And I think one more real quick one. Are Kat and Esteban essentially the first worshippers of Den and Kune? I think Esteban is among the first that Kune ever actually reached out to, and it was definitely in an awkward, halting way, like Kune was in Immortality, and just like, hey, I know these people, they need your help. And oh, by the way, your friend is also being talked to with the other new gods, so yeah, go do stuff.
We all knew Kune doesn't like to talk to people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Kat is among the first, but also a chosen. So.
Yeah, you guys are definitely among the first of your kind. And with that, everybody rolled their initiative. Oh, I gotta get the tracker up. I'm so sorry, I forgot to do that.
It's almost like we forgot how to play D&D.
I don't see Lil's initiative on the track. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, because I'm really ashamed and I really don't want to put it up there.
Aww.
Are you ready? Are you really ready? Because I don't
Yes.
think you are.
Can we guess?
Oh man.
Oh, I was gonna guess too.
Don't you get
No.
to re-roll a one?
I re-rolled a 1, and then I rolled a 1 again.
Oh shit! Really?
Oh no!
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing
Yeah.
in
at
your
you.
general vicinity.
It's so bad. I was like, I almost swore a lot. But
All
the
right.
child's right here, so I'm trying not to do that.
She won't remember.
Okay, let's get some music going.
Oh boy.
I guess.
So everybody's turns are up. So that'll put actually. I get to go first. The kobolds, you see these kobolds with this black war paint, and these shields and spears come leaping over onto the boats, and these kobold dragon shields are going to swarm down on all y'all. So I think a couple are going to go into the boats. I think there are 4, 8. There are 10 total, so we're going to do 5 and 5. So let's do 2 attacks against boat number 1, which is going to be Catherine and Tova. So 2 attacks against Catherine.
Try me.
Both miss. It's an 11 and a 12.
Oh, close.
Call number 2. I'm just going to do these quick. What's your AC?
Me?
Catherine.
23.
Yep, that one's a 21. It still misses. All right, Tova. 2 attacks against you. And your AC is what?
19.
All right, both those miss. Both those miss.
Suckers.
It's gonna be quick. I'm gonna do these real quick. Catherine again. All right, that's the first 5 kobolds, and then the others are gonna go against jumping down into Lil and Esteban's boat. The other 5. And these boats are beginning to sink and sway as these tiny kobolds are piling up on your boats. Let's see. First 3 are going to make their attacks against Lil. That's a natural 20. So that one hits.
I can't be crit on, so it doesn't.
Okay.
You are that cool armor.
So that's going to be just 7 points of damage.
Okay.
without
So,
the crit.
so here's the question: if it's a natural 20, but I can't be crit on, does it still hit? Because my armor's 21.
Well, you're still going to be hit. You don't take the crit damage.
I just won't take the crit damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always an auto hit. Yeah.
Okay. You said 7.
7 points of damage.
Oh no, that's 7 damage.
Oh my god.
3 of those miss. Oh, there's a cat.
I mean, it's killer when you're level 1.
And then Esteban, your AC is.
Depends on what their alignment is, because I have the Ring of Karmic Balance.
Oh shit, they're evil.
Then I have 22 armor.
Okay. I realize I can click on your tokens and see your guys' AC. I don't know why I'm asking.
Because it's
Because
fun to
chat can't
talk
see it.
about it.
That's a 22. That actually hits. That's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that's both of them. All right. And those are the kobold. Crap. I forgot something. No, I'm just going to hold off on that. They all should have had advantage on their attacks, but we're not going to deal with that now. That will put it to the kobold alchemist's turn. You see the ones that are on the shore, these kobolds that have all of these like jars and bottles and these backpacks with all these like fuming vapors coming off of them. And one of them is going to it is going to nope, not gonna be able to do that. It's gonna shoot some darts. They take out these dart guns and they fire them in your direction. These guys are going to have advantage.
Who?
Catherine. That's going to miss. That'll actually hit you. And then the other one's going to be against.
Who, me?
One hits you for 6 piercing and would be 6 poison, but you're immune to poison.
Aha, bye.
And the other one's going to go at Tova. Going to shoot 2 darts at you. That misses. They all miss. So you don't get to throw any back.
Darn, I'm so excited.
All right, and that ends the kobold's turn as they swarm. Tova, it is your turn now.
Okay, so there's 4 on our boat?
5 on your boat.
There are 5 on our boat. Well, okay. Pull out my other dagger and slash. At different ones. I'm gonna go for the first one. That is 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
And the next attack is 23 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna roll damage for the first one.
Here's what I'm gonna do here. These 5
Oh yeah.
are on one boat,
Oh, that's helpful. Thank you.
and these 5 are on the other. And just ping the one you wanna. We'll say the one on the left is boat number 1. The one on the right is boat number 2. So that's the one that Tova and Esteban are in. So just ping the one you want to hit, because that's gonna be easier than trying to give them all distinctive traits.
Okay. That's not letting me ping anything. Anyways, I'll just roll damage for real
That's
quick. That is 13 fire damage on that first one.
All right. I'll just go ahead and deal the damage to this one.
Yeah, I was trying to ping it, but it won't.
Weird.
I have the select one clicked.
That's okay. Oh, there you
Okay.
go. So that's the. Oh no, that was low.
That wasn't me. That was
Yeah. So that was
Oh, no.
13 damage for the first attack.
First strike, yes. And the second strike is 15 cold damage.
Oh, ouch. Is that with sneak attack?
No. That's another 8.
All right, that one's looking real rough. But he's still up.
Okay. And then... Yeah, I'm gonna spend a key point and give him a punch.
Okay.
Oh, that might not hit. 13?
13 misses.
Okay. Nope. All right. Second punch. Or kick. 29.
That hits.
Okay. Hang on. How much did I do for 1d8? Seven bludgeoning.
Oh man, he is still up.
Ah!
He is just like, just way, like just barely swaying back and forth. Almost falls back over the boat, but he holds himself up with his shield. He is just right on the edge.
Okay.
Okay, Catherine, it is your turn.
I would like to take out my trident,
Okay.
and I assume some of them are still around on our boat.
Yeah, they're all hanging
And
out.
start poking them.
Yes.
Poke, poke.
Okay, I'm just gonna have a macro. I'm just gonna click it. One-handed with shield. And I get 2 attacks. So first one, 28 to hit.
Ooh, yeah.
That is 9 piercing, 6 lightning, and 6 thunder. Not thunder. Radiant. I can't read words. Damage. So 9
So
21.
points of damage.
total.
All
For
right.
the first guy. And the trident in her hand crackles with lightning energy. Very dramatically. And for the second one, that's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
That is 19 total damage. Piercing, lightning, and radiant.
That one is also very close to dead.
So close.
And I think that'll be it.
Okay.
I'm so used to saying the word thunder.
That's gonna put it to their. So on the other side, on this wall, there are a couple kobolds hanging out. These ones carrying like gears and little like mechanical contraptions. One of them is going to. They're just gonna fire some crossbows down. It's gonna be at the other two people who weren't fired up before. So one's gonna be at Esteban. Go. Miss. And one's going to be at Lil. Miss. Everybody's missing. Oh, wait. With advantage. Still miss. All right. Esteban, it's your turn.
All right. Looking at the ones who just tried to shoot them with crossbows and seeing, even though there are 5 on the boat, we'll just kind of say to them, I will let you deal with these peasants. And how far away are the ones off on the shore, the crossbow ones?
Well, I think about 30 feet away. They're not that far.
Okay, so I will attempt to toll the dead on just one of them. Let's
Okay.
go, I guess, that guy, maybe?
Okay, so you're going for the alchemist, the one that threw because the ones that were crossbows, those are
Okay.
the ones on the.
Then, yeah, one of
this
the
side.
crossbow ones.
Okay.
So let me roll Toll the Dead. It's a saving throw of 18. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Nope.
Okay, so they're going to take 15 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And the other number there is because as soon as anything is taking damage, Toll the Dead does more.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take that much right now, but
Yeah. I saw those. I was gonna add them. I was like, that's like 46 points of necrotic damage. Holy crap. All right, but that's a pretty big punch. These guys aren't as hardy on the
yep.
shore.
Let's see. Do I want to burn a second level spell slot on these guys? Nah. So I think that's all I'm going to do with my turn then.
All right.
Or, actually, question. If you take the attack action, that's separate from casting a spell, even if it is an attack spell?
Sorry, what's the question?
So I have the Shield Master feat, and if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature.
Yeah, because the attack action is different than the cast a spell action.
Okay,
Yeah,
just making sure.
yeah. Good question, though. All right, a little bit.
I'm gonna do what I do best and swing.
All right, you got one that's like real dead, almost dead in front of you. Or do you want to
Yeah,
go
let
for
me go that one. Let me go for that one first. 11 plus something. Where is my sheet?
So it's probably gonna hit.
Yeah, it's 11. Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do one of these. That'll be 15 plus 8 is 23 plus 2 is 25 points of damage.
Yeah, he had 1 hit point left, so he's toast.
Okay, and then I'll turn to the next one and go after them.
Okay,
That's 22 again.
that'll hit.
And that was, oh, I can re-roll that because I have Great Weapon Master. Yes. So 8 plus 6 is 14, 15, 19 points of damage.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay.
And then Gully's gonna bite at the same one I just hit.
Sure.
Does a 6 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. And Gully didn't hit him.
I forgot Gully's on your boat. Oh, that's probably gonna
Gully's
stab
like
it, probably.
swimming next to the boat or something. I don't know.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right, that's gonna put it back to the top of the round with the Dragon Shield's turns. Gonna make sure they get their advantage now. And we're gonna go around the world again. So, against Catherine, we're gonna do 3 of the main attacks against you. It's gonna miss. It's a natural 20 for 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That's all. That one's gonna miss. 22. That also misses.
Yep.
Miss. All right. So it's 3 of them attacking at you. All of their most of them missing entirely. One of them gets a real lucky shot with his spear, stabbing up in your kind of between the plates of your armor. The other 2 are going to attack Tova. Miss. 19. That hits, right?
Yeah, 19 is my armor class.
For 2 piercing damage.
Ow! Paper cut.
All right, then we got 4 left on the other boat, so I'm just gonna do 2 and 2. Lil, that's gonna miss. Miss. Esteban. Wow, even with advantage, nobody gets hit on the second boat. All right.
Neener.
That will end the Dragon Shield's turns. Alchemists. All right. Yeah, here's what they're gonna do. So, yeah, they're gonna try this out. So one of the alchemists on the shore is going to take one of these. He takes one of the flasks off of his belt and hurls it in the direction of the boat that I'm gonna say that Catherine and Tova are on. I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw as the flask explodes.
Do you get +3?
Into this black cloud.
$15?
24.
Both succeed. You take half damage.
So take none.
I would like to use my... Oh, no, you have evasion. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
This is 15 points of acid damage. reduced to 7.
Wait. Reduced to acid resistant.
Oh, shit. To 3.
Thank you.
Take 3 points of acid damage. All the kobolds on your boat also need to make saving throws.
You take no damage, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
1,
So
2, 3, 4. Okay. The alchemist DC. Okay. 2 of them succeed. 1 of them dies. The one that had no hits left. So that's 15 points of damage. Even ones that fail, they take half damage. So they're resistant to acid. Because they are worshippers of a black dragon. And the other one succeeds, so we'll take less than that. 3 damage. Okie dokie. That will, and, oh, the other one's just going to shoot a dart at Lebet. Miss. And miss. All right. Tova, your turn.
Okay, so the one that died was the one I was pounding on earlier.
Yeah, he's dissolving in a heap.
Gross. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna take some shots at the next guy, and I still can't select, so I'm just gonna draw a little. Going for that guy.
All right.
Okay, first strike is 27,
Yeah.
and the second one is 19.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, guys. So many. $39 damage.
Oh. Well, he had 37 hit points, so he dead.
Okay, and then
You just move your circle to the next one.
exactly. Yeah, let me just see. And I'm not gonna do a key point to do flurry of blows, but I'm just gonna do one unarmed
Okay.
strike against the next one. It would let me select it. Hey, that guy.
Perfect.
Okay, 26.
Hits.
Okay. That is 10 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. All right. So just pounding away, punching these little kobolds in the face. They try to get their shields to defend themselves, but they are not doing well. Okay. Catherine, your turn.
Is there anyone left for me to stab?
Yeah, there's still 3 guys on your boat.
Stab them!
All right, you got the one that's...
That's a
which one-
30!
Which one are you attacking?
Whichever one is closest.
Just ping the one you're attacking, because I gotta... I don't know which... There's too many for me to keep track of, which they're all within...
What is the one with the circle around it?
That's the one that Tova just punched.
Not
Yeah,
that
punched
one.
him in the face.
This one.
Okay.
15 damage to that guy.
Ouch. All right.
And he's still up.
Yeah.
I get him again. 21!
Hits.
I think 15 again.
Huh, nice.
Yeah, 15 damage again.
He's still up. Barely. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. The kobold's turn now. Okay, so the one, you got the 3 guys on the wall. One of them just took a big old hit from the Toll the Dead. He's actually like in a fit of rage at this point. Looks down at you. You see the blood in his eyes, and grabs onto this metal ball that's on his belt and hurls it down your direction. And it hits the boat and kind of stops, and then you hear this metallic twing as this small projectile fires into the air about 2 feet up and then explodes into this shrapnel that fills the area. And everyone on that boat is going to need to make a dexterity saving throw. So that's going to be Lil and Esteban and all the kobolds.
Esteban, add 5 to your saving throw.
Good to know. And I assume this does not target only me.
No, it's an area of effect.
Yeah.
You said dexterity, right?
Yes, dexterity.
That is a non-natural 20.
Nice.
18 for me.
Okay, you both succeed, so you take half damage. So that's me 7 points of piercing damage.
I
Is
use
this
my
a spell?
reaction to put my shield in the way and take no damage.
Okay.
Is this a spell,
No,
though?
this is a metal little ball
Got
that
it.
the trap thingy that the trapsmith made. So you take no damage. Yeah. So you just interpose your shield. All of the little fragments fall to the ground and create this like these little barbs across the bottom of the boat. You imagine would not be very fun to fall down into. However, all the dragon shields in your boats are going to have to make dexterity saving throws. DC. Okay. 1. Nope. Yes. Nope. Nope. So it's going to be 14 points of damage to the ones that noped. 7. 14. And 7. And you notice the ones on the boats are starting to look towards the shore and with this kind of look of, what the fuck?
Yeah, I bet.
All right. Now put it to Esteban's turn.
There's a part of me that just wants to clear off all the ones on the boat, but then Lil wouldn't have anything to do.
It's all good.
Yeah, so I think seeing them turn on their allies and just saying, "Oh, the bitter taste of betrayal. Let me end things for you," and I will cast Word of Radiance. And so all the ones on the boat need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I love this. Okay. I love that spell. A certain cleric of mine has it and has never gotten to use it. All right.
Same.
So DC 18.
Constitution save.
Yep.
All right. Fail. Success. Fail.
Okay, so the success takes no damage, but the others take 13 radiant.
Whew. The one that succeeded is the same one that succeeded on the other trap. He is just ninja. The other 3 are not really looking good. One of them's looking real bad. This one here is looking a little punch drunk. The others are also not good. Okay, so that anything else for your turns? That's your action.
Nope, that's gonna be it.
Okay, little bit.
Do what I do best and batter up.
All right.
Here we go. First hit against the guy I was already hitting, which I think the next closest one is it that one? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
27 to hit.
Yeah.
And let's go with this dice. Okay, that's a 10, 18, 20 points of damage.
Yeah, he's gone.
Awesome. So then I'll go for this guy next.
All right.
That's a natural 1, but I get to re-roll that. 12 plus 23.
Yep.
And that's a horrible roll. 12 points of damage.
Okay, he's still up.
Yeah, Gully's gonna bite him.
Go for it.
Hey, that's a not natural 20.
Nice, that hits.
Okay, let me, because I wasn't prepared. 1d6 plus 1. That's 2 points of damage.
Doesn't he have to make a save or fall prone?
Yes, if I do bite, he it's DC 11 strength saving throw, or knocked prone.
Okay, he manages to stay up. That was really funny because that probably would have killed him because he would have fallen on the spikes. But it's still up at this
Okay,
point.
well, there we go. I got killer rolls, guys. Killer rolls.
Nice. Back to the top of the round. We're running out of these guys. Quick as a bunny. I'm going to make these attacks. Except it's not letting me scroll. I hate this.
I have this thing where if one of them attacks me with a ranged attack, I can use my reaction to add stuff to my AC. Does it matter?
Good to know. Not for these guys, but it matters for the other ones, yeah. I'll let you know if they hit you with a ranged attack. That's going to be...
Well, it says before the attack hits or misses. That's why I wanted to say it out loud.
Oh, yeah. Okay, these are all melee.
Okay.
Miss. It's Tova. Miss. All right. Other boat. 3 left. A little bit. Miss. Hit. Miss. A little bit. You take 4 piercing damage.
Whatever will I do?
Esteban, both miss. All right. Alchemist's turn. Yeah, we'll do it this. So one of them is going to fire a dart at you, Den.
I'm sorry.
Or Catherine.
If you would like to leave a message.
Catherine.
We're done.
That's actually a 24, so that would hit.
That's fine. You know what? That's okay. I'll take it.
Oh, you're not going to do your thing?
No, because I have 17 things I can do with my reaction. A dart doesn't feel that pressing.
Sure.
If I'm being honest.
That's 78 points of damage. I'm just kidding.
Reduced to 3.
That's 6 points of piercing damage, no poison damage.
Okay.
And then the other one is going to fire a dart at, let's say Tova again.
Okay.
Misses. So sorry. Tova, it's your turn.
You can have my dart if you want.
Dink. Just pull it out of you. Okay. Gonna take another strike at the guy I was punching earlier.
All right.
That is 16 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And then 20 total.
All right. He's still up.
Still up.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Take another swing at him. My other blade. That is a natural 20.
Oh shit.
Darn it! Why am I wasting this on him? He's almost dead. Well, we'll see. Okay, so that is 31 fire damage.
He is toast. You stab the dagger into him, and he begins to burn up from the inside, and is literally toasted.
Okay. Bonus. Yeah, just gonna do another unarmed strike and kick at.
Okay.
The other
This
one's on
one's
our boat.
looking real bad.
Okay.
This one not so much.
Doop.
Monk's mark.
Okay, that's another unnatural 20.
Holy shit.
Okay. Oh boy. That's 21 bludgeoning damage.
That one's also gone. I think you spin around after the first one scorches up. You spin around and you do a reverse kick on the one behind you. You hit him right in the chest, and he goes flying about 20 feet off the boat and slams into the wall on the interior of this river road that you were heading down. He slams into it, and kind of the wall cracks behind him, and he slides down into the dark water and disappears.
Nice.
All right. Leaving one on the boat that you guys are on now. And Catherine's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna try something different. How many of them are left?
One on your boat, 3 on the other boat, 3 on the wall, 2 on the road.
Okay, this seems right. Once per day, I can use the shape water cantrip, so I'm gonna use my action to do the following. I would like to use the water. I would like to use my shape water cantrip to cause the water to form into simple shapes and animate. And I would like to stage this really creepy scene in the water of these, like, water people, I guess, rising up out of the water and then bowing to me. And I would like to use the rest of my turn to look to the rest of the kobolds and say, "You think this river is your ally? I was born in the water, molded by it, and if you think I am not your god, then try and smite me down. But if you value your tiny lives, you will run."
She says it much faster than that, the 6 seconds. But
Yeah.
make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay.
You can get one little kobold-sized creature to rise up out of the water, this dark, like, murky water, and bows. Did you roll a natural 20?
What did you say? Intimidation?
Yes.
Not persuasion, maybe?
No, this is straight
fine.
up intimidation.
23.
Yeah. Okay. The kobold on the boat in front of you frantically backs away, as if he is. Actually, I think he straight up backs off of the boat, and like tumbles backwards
into the
over
water.
the water. Yeah, and falls over backwards into it. You can see him kind of bobbing behind you in the river, and the ones on the shore begin to kind of stand back a bit as your boat begins to trail off in front, and you see them with this fearful expression on their faces as the little kobold in front of you bows. However, at that same moment, there is another sound that begins to hit your ears. This rumbling noise, as you all notice, turning around, that the river disappears as you're heading straight towards a waterfall. And as your boat crests over the edge and you try to brace yourselves, the 2 boats go falling and diving into the darkness, far, far down into this ancient and abandoned dwarven city. And we're going to go and take a break there. Okie dokie. So let's we're gonna call it there, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Everyone, sound good? 10ish. Be right back.
And for the fun of this break, we're going to show you a fun trailer that we have.
Stay tuned. And welcome back, everyone. Hopefully everyone is enjoying that promotional trailer for our teaser trailer for our newest game, Lords of Misrule. More on that to come in the next couple of weeks, but we will be picking up in 2 weeks with that and around this time slot, 3 o'clock Eastern time. But until then, I think we have a couple of questions to answer. Hit me with the first one.
Yep. So the first question is, where did the gold dragon go?
Oh, Ashran. Yeah, he, after being freed by the respective party, by Gale Force, ended up traveling up to, I'm gonna have to find the name of the place on my map. Randall. Without having all my notes in front of me, the Iron Hammer Mountains, which are the north of Lit Narion in where we saw the party hanging out in Vrandal. There is to the north of the Iron Hammer Mountains, there is a like conclave of metallic dragons that reside there, and that is where he returned to once being a member of this group. This, trying to get a different word, but yeah, this returned to his home essentially.
That's
and
so cool.
ate a bunch along the way. Probably lots of cows went missing between South Harbor and the Iron Hammer Mountains. But yeah, so that's where he is at. Not dead, as the vision in the last episode showed.
Yep.
Other question?
Yep. The last question that we have in the queue. So if you have more questions, ask them in chat and we'll answer them when we get the chance. What would have happened if the party went for the Chaos Relic?
Oh, I was trying to remember. So they ended up going for the Death Relic instead. The Chaos Relic was, I'm trying to remember exactly. God, this is so long ago. It's in my notes. The Chaos Relic was the former relic that belonged to the apprentice of Christian Roran, forgetting the name off the top of my head, but was essentially his first disciple and his illegitimate son. If they had gone for the Chaos Relic instead and had ended up at the tomb in Citadel, I guess they would have beaten the Cryptori there, and I guess would have had an encounter with the spirit, or the arcane enchanted and animated corpse of the individual, the former owner of the Chaos Relic. Probably a mummy fight would have been the closest comparison to that. But yeah, for the most part, that would have been about the same as the other one, except they wouldn't have had to fight I think you guys went for the Death Relic, was the last one you went for. Yeah, so that's what would have happened there.
Star would look much different now.
Would look much different. Yeah. Wouldn't have had the fight with the Death Knight. Would have potentially changed a lot of that. But they didn't. So, yeah. Well, keep those questions coming. It's a lot of fun. A lot of things that I've forgotten about, haven't thought about in months. So, all right. Let's get back into the adventure. There we go. You all awake, your eyes opening to the putrid, the sting of this water that you have fallen into, and the smell surrounds this smell of rot and putrescence, and as you blink and stand up in the shallow water that you find yourself in, you see that you are in the perhaps the lowest reaches of the city. You can see some stairs around you, switchbacking up back into the main city area, and you can see the few scattered remains of some kobold that are surrounding this area, the 3 that were in the boat that fell down. But otherwise, it is quiet down here, other than the roaring waterfall not too far out. But all of you seem to be okay. Your boats are smashed to hell. But for the most part, you guys are no worse for wear.
Oh, we stink now.
Could be worse.
That's true.
Well,
We got a date with the dragon guys. We should go. Those darn kobolds are annoying.
And I imagine the dragon now knows that we are here.
I'm betting he knew the second we stepped into here. Partly because of me.
As you all pull yourselves out of the water and back up onto the pathway, you do see this river seems to flow under a kind of into a tunnel underground. But next to it, there is a set of iron double doors. And above those double doors is a rusted sign that you can barely make out the words Grog Cast Brewers.
That's it! We're here! Everybody ready?
always.
Yeah. Let's go check it out.
I'm gonna lead in. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Wait. I have something for this. Death Ward. Who wants one?
I don't need it. I'm okay.
I kind of have one already from my gloves. But
I will Death Ward. Yeah, let's do it. I'll do Tova and myself.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Ooh, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Aid on Catherine, Esteban, and Tova.
Okay.
that's 10 bonus HP or 5?
Shoot, hold on. I will
It
tell
depends
you.
on the level you cast it at.
I'm doing just first level, so it's 5.
Alright. Then I guess a question. Could a Death Ward stack on top of Sir Clutch's glove?
Yeah. The Death Ward would take place first, and then you could choose to use Sir Clutch's glove.
Gotcha. Because then I think Esteban will go ahead and still cast Death Ward on himself.
Okay.
That dragon's face when it thinks it kills me once, and then nope, and then again, nope.
I'm just still laughing at this, like, healer heavy party. Like,
I know.
support
2 paladins,
party!
a cleric, and a healer-focused monk.
Yep. It's gonna be great.
Okay. Not that you guys don't do a ton of damage too. You push open, Lil, the heavy iron doors, and emerge into a warehouse. And you are greeted by the smell of like cedar from inside. And you see the rows and rows of these racks of barrels that are neatly stacked and arranged in aisles, essentially, through this warehouse. And it goes back a ways, further than your vision.
knowing from the first time we tussled with Berlian, I'm assuming there's probably some back room, some, like cask room, and that's where I'm gonna, try and go to.
Okay. Yeah, and the architecture is very similar to the last place you were in. You see there are kind of rivets along the ceiling and chains hanging down for the transport of like larger like pallets through here, or grooves through the ceiling, where these kind of rolling racks can be rolled through. And you begin to head back into the building, looking for passageways out. And I think not too long, especially those of you with higher passive perceptions, I think it would be Tova and Esteban. I imagine the two of you have the highest.
Yeah, mine's a 9.
Yeah.
So
15.
Mine's 12.
Okay. The two of you hear the sound of like heavy footfalls coming in your direction.
Like giant dragon heavy, or
No, they sound like stone against stone almost.
I'm gonna hide real quick.
Okay, make a stealth check.
just leave the rest of us to our fates.
No, I'm gonna be a surprise party. Okay. Well. 22.
22. Okay. You duck out of sight behind some of the rows of barrels. And you see, all of you, and you from your hiding place, Tova, a figure approach. This short stone figure, like circular, almost looks like a boulder with arms and legs, comes stepping forward and has a large barrel over one shoulder as he steps, and is sort of walking, not walking directly in your direction, but kind of crossing the aisles and heading past.
Probably just another one of Berlian's little constructs, like Reginald. We just keep going.
Are the rest of you going to try to sneak past?
I'm gonna just walk, like, figuring this thing is just doing its Berlian's bidding and see what it does. So I'm gonna, like, walk ahead of everybody.
Okay.
I follow close behind.
Of course you do.
Yeah, Esteban will just stick with those two.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep pace off to the side.
Okay. So here's what happens. The two of you, or the three of you, non-stealth boys, loud boys, go try to pass this creature as it is taking the barrel and stacking it with some of the others. As you walk brazenly past it, the creature turns around and doesn't begin to, like, outright, it doesn't take like an aggressive posture, but sees you and almost seems startled for a moment, as it lurches backwards and knocks into one of the barrels, or into the shelf, and you see two of the barrels go falling off of the shelf and smashing into the floor, spilling this ale across the floor. As this happens, the creature kind of and begins to try to, like, pick up the pieces, and you hear goosh, goosh, goosh as the second one begins to come around the corner and sees it, and they begin to, like, mutter at each other in this really guttural language. And as you see them trying to pick up the pieces and looking really kind of agitated, you watch as the liquid, the ale that is in the barrels, begins to move. And you watch as the ale itself forms into two liquid vaguely humanoid shapes, which go kind of sliding across the floor. You see two head parts of them kind of looking around, and then one of them locks over toward its perspective, its intent on your party, and then begins to rush in your direction. And I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative.
Oh man. Okay, I'm going to activate Pinsar to give whichever one is getting closer to the party disadvantage.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming I'm within 60 feet.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
We'll go ahead. Put these guys on the field. Get your up and stop it. What are you doing? There we go. I assume we don't have any new questions yet. Okay.
Nope.
And the rock lobsters. Holy crap, they rolled a 22. How did that happen? All right. Sending order. And let's get some music going.
Oh no, Catherine.
All right. Tova, is your turn first.
Okay. I'm gonna climb up one of these racks so I can get like above them.
Okay.
And then so just the ale elementals
Yeah.
have been making their way towards us, like the other two sort of boulder things, or
They haven't made any outright aggressive posturing yet.
okay. I'm gonna throw a dagger at each of them.
All right. And I'm calling them brew elementals.
Brew elementals. I like it. Okay, so that's a 28 for, let's say, the one. Let's see if they'll let me. No, they won't let me click anymore.
Just say left or right. I can.
For the left one,
Okay.
28. For the right one, 20 total.
Okay. Both hit.
Okay. Would I get sneak attack on one of these guys?
No, neither one is within 5 feet of an ally.
But am I sneaky hidden enough that they don't
Oh yeah,
see?
you'd have advantage on your attacks because you're hidden.
Oh.
So go and roll those again just
Oh,
in case you get
no.
a 1A.
No, darn.
Okay. So yes, you do.
Okay. Alright, well, the one on the right gets 23 fire damage.
All right.
And then the one on the left gets 11 cold damage.
Okay. I'm so glad this is going to come into play because I didn't know I forgot you guys did fire damage. So the two daggers go out. One sinks, hits the elemental on with the cold dagger. You see it pass through. Does seem to do some damage. It definitely kind of pulls back, and you see this little cold spot like frost form, and then fall off and shatter. The other one, the dagger hits. Before it even impacts, though, you watch as the elemental is suddenly whoosh, engulfed in flame, like a flaming shot. And the elemental doesn't seem to take any additional damage to that, but is now on fire.
Oh gosh.
So it takes the full damage from the attack and remains on fire.
Oh great. Cool.
Anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action hide again.
All right.
Let's see.
I assume just like ducking back onto the top of the.
Yeah, just sort of maybe like move a
Okay.
little further down, kind of hide, and that'll be a 28 for staff.
Okay, I think you're effectively hidden. I'll bring it to the Galeb Dur. These two are still a little agitated, but they are in a more defensive position. They see the other elementals attacking. They are going to kind of like amp themselves up a bit and then go running forward, goosh, 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 goosh. And you watch as they hit their stride, they begin to like somersault forward and begin to roll across the ground towards you guys.
No.
Yeah. So we're gonna do one attack against. I'm gonna say one attack against Esteban and the other against Lil.
Oh,
Is there not with advantage? Esteban, that is a 24. Lil, that is an 18. I think that hits you. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Esteban.
Yep.
So that's 15 bludgeoning damage.
Is Esteban within 10 feet of me?
Yeah, I'll say
Probably.
so.
I
Yeah.
use my reaction to do my Aura of the Guardians, and I take his damage.
Oh, okay. Actually, and I forgot to do the full damage because you also take an additional. Okay, so that's gonna be 23 points of bludgeoning damage. And it hits you, Esteban. You feel yourself. Actually, I need you to make a strength saving throw too, as it attempts to knock you prone.
15.
add 5 to mine. Or
yeah.
add 5.
So non-natural 20.
Yeah, so you're gonna succeed on that. It hits you, and you sort of stagger a bit, and you maintain your footing, but you don't feel any pain. It doesn't seem to have any effect against you, even though it was a solid hit. And I think it's probably noticeable that Catherine seems to stagger a little bit in that
I've
moment.
probably fought with her enough times before that I know what's going on. And
Yeah.
I kind of say, it is my job to keep you safe.
Shut up, Fuzzy!
All right.
I actually have a. While we're in the saving throw realm, I have a question. Does my aura and Lil's aura stack for saving throws?
No, it's just whoever's
Okay.
is higher.
Just making sure.
Yeah. So what do you two together right now? Then you just get the +5.
Okay.
So that's both of them because the other one missed. And it's on to the Elementals. That is a really good name. I went with Brew Elementals, but Elementals works too. So one of them, the one that's not on fire, actually, no, we're gonna do the one that's on fire first. The one that's on fire is going to, I think it's gonna follow up on Esteban there, and it's gonna make a. No, change my mind. This one is gonna go for Lil, and it's gonna make a slam attack against you with this big flaming ale fist. That's a 16 and a 20. I think that misses anyway. So the fist hits you, and you're able to avoid the impact, and you feel this wave of heat coming off it from the burning alcohol, but it does not seem to deal any damage to you. The other one is going to actually. It comes rushing towards you, following up on the Gale of Dur, Esteban, and it's just going to kind of wash over you. And you get this heavy smell of alcohol as the creature whelms over your space. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
All right. A 17.
Okay, that'll succeed. Trying to see, I don't think it takes... Yeah, so you are able to kind of avoid it's still in your space, but this torrential effect inside of it, that's this whirlwind, isn't really taking any any effect against you, and you're able to maintain your footing. So I don't think, you don't take anything. But you are in its space, and that's going to put it to the top into your turn. At the start of your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. A 12.
12 just succeeds. You, as the alcohol is kind of washing over you, and inadvertently you are consuming a fair portion of it. You begin to feel a little bit lightheaded, but you maintain your composure from its intoxicating presence. Esteban, your turn.
All right. So are essentially all 4 creatures right up in my space right now?
They are within, all 4 of them are within like 10 feet of you.
Okay. Let's see. Ward of Radiance hits creatures within 5 feet of me.
5 feet of you. You could probably get one, the Galeb Dur and one of the elementals with that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's still what I'm gonna do. So, give them a rebuking word, and they need to make Constitution saving throws, or take 21 radiant damage. That was almost max damage.
Whew. Okay, Constitution save for the elemental is a fail. Constitution save for the Galeb Dur is a 17. That's also a fail. So they take 21 points of radiant damage. Ouch.
Yep. That put with spell casting +5.
All right, that's going to be... I'm going to mark the one that's on fire. It's that one. Then that's 21. All right.
So
big hits against those two.
Yeah, that's my action. And I think bonus action, I will cast just Healing Word at first level on Catherine.
Okay.
I told you it is my job to keep you safe.
Which comes around and says,
You get 7 hit points back.
all right. And are you staying where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty good ale. Just saying.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Sorry, the child was talking, so I didn't want to contend. I'm gonna go ahead and... Sorry, I just saw the lines you drew on the elemental.
The elemental's on fire on the screen right now.
I'm gonna go after the fire elemental, and I'm gonna go and hit it twice, because that's what I think is a good idea. Okay. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
And do all of these. That's 16, 22, 23 points of damage. Do you need it broken out?
No.
Okay. And we'll do that again. 27 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, that's 12, 17, 19 points of damage.
All right, now that one, it's still up, but it's, I mean, it's hard to say it's looking rough. It's bloodied.
Okay. It's
on
it's
fire.
Less intense flamed.
No, the flames are still pretty intense, maybe more intense than before. It's a bit smaller. It actually looks like it's burning off a bit from the flame.
I'm gonna go ahead and have Gully try and bite him. Bite.
Okay. The flaming elemental.
Yes. Oh god, that's awful. 8?
No.
No. Okay, that's my turn.
Just no. All right. God, you guys drew so much stuff on these things. I can't even click it now.
Sorry.
It's okay. I can still. I figured out where I can click it, so we're good. Catherine.
Okay. I think they're. Let me just get my sheet up here. I think there is this very discernible moment where Catherine invokes her abilities and takes that damage for her friend, where her demeanor shifts, and all of a sudden she is very serious and very intent on what is happening in the room right now, and she is going to go after whoever is going after her cleric buddy.
Okay. That's going to be the one on the left, the non-fire one. And the
not fire one. Yeah, I'll do my 2 attacks against the... I guess the elemental that's over there.
They're both elementals.
Well, okay.
The non-rock one.
Not the Gale of Dur. The elemental. So I'll do my 2 attacks. 27.
Yep.
And 25.
Yep.
That's 16 and 17. Piercing, lightning, and radiant damage. And then to answer the question in the chat, Catherine is an Oath of Redemption paladin.
Oh. Okay. That one is looking rough. Again, as rough as a creature made of liquid can look.
And then I think
else?
we'll... I don't really have a bonus action to do with that, but I think we'll, with this sort of very serious demeanor that has come over her, have her shield down, kind of interpose herself between the elementals and her companions.
Okay. All right. Toba.
Okay. I forgot the regular elemental should get an additional 5 damage from Binsar.
Oh.
It's a thing I discovered last game.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Okay. And then realizing that the fire dagger might not be a very good idea. It's just gonna throw the ice dagger, the cold dagger at the elemental on the left. Oh, nope, that's a natural one.
Oh, yep. I never do this. Roll the attack again.
Okay. Oh no, that's really high. That is a 28.
Okay. So I think this is what happens in this moment then. The elemental is kind of whelmed over over Esteban, and as you hurl the dagger down, you see Esteban kind of pull himself out, just enough time to straight into Esteban's back. Go and roll damage.
Oh, sorry, buddy. And of course I roll like almost max damage on that too.
I won't make you do a sneak attack on him.
Yeah, okay, so that's a 16 cold damage.
Oh, jeez. Okay. 16 points of cold damage.
Okay. I think that just brings me below the hero's feast, or what my hit
8
point
plus
Oh,
hero's
okay,
feast,
that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah. 16 math. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
All right.
And then actually I'll throw the other dagger at the one of the Galabdur, the rock
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay.
Kind of bounces off the rocky hide of this creature. All right, which will bring to their turn, unless you're doing a bonus action to.
No, but I just realized I was hiding, so all of those attacks should have been at advantage.
Oh,
Whatever, that's my bad. I forgot about it.
that's okay. Made for funny storytelling.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and the Gale of Dur's turns. One is going to make its attack, slam attack against Catherine. That's going to hit.
Okay.
25 for 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then the other one is going to make a slam attack against Lil, because you're the only one that's visible. Misses though, it's an 18. glances off your armor. And then the elementals, the one that, I think you can do this again.
How long does it take to burn a whole barrel of ale?
Long time.
Darn it.
Okay, so the one that is on fire near Lil is also going to attempt to kind of wrap itself around you to kind of whelm over you. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I think you had your headset off when you said it's targeting you, Lil.
Oh, Lil, sorry.
Sorry, my glasses were being wonky.
No, it's okay.
Did hit me?
Yes.
4.
No, you just make a strength saving throw.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so
That's
sorry. Strength, so that is 12 plus 20, not natural.
Okay, you succeed. It kind of washes over you, but you don't take any damage. But you're now like in its space.
I've been in a grung stomach. This ain't nothing.
And then the other one is going to make a slam attack against, I guess against Esteban. Just going to punch down into itself.
Does this creature have an alignment?
Neutral.
Okay, then no bonus.
But it's all right. I think that misses either way. That's a 17. So that's, yeah. Is not able to deal a hard enough blow to hit you or to impact you, but you start your turn. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
A 25.
Okay, you're good. DC actually, it goes up this turn, but you are definitely able to succeed on it. It's your turn. Go for it.
Okay. Coming to some sort of sense that staying in its space is going to be a bad idea, is going to attempt to hit it with the mace, or just his mace. So a 23 to hit.
Hits.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And it is a magic weapon, if that counts.
Yes.
Sword plus 2. And then for my bonus action, using the Shield Master feat, going to attempt to shove it 5 feet away to get it away from me.
Okay.
So my athletics versus its whatever it chooses, I believe.
All right.
17 athletics.
You succeed. So you push it away from you. You kind of slam into it, and the water kind of sloshes off to the side, and kind of hits the ground, and then wraps up into a ball and reforms another 10 feet away.
I am on duty. This is no time for drinking.
All right, as he chugs a beer. Lilibet.
Okay, so I'm stuck in the other one, as I understand it right now.
You're not stuck, but you are.
But I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm in its space. Okay.
Oh, make a Constitution saving throw.
I can do that. I have that ability, I think. Let's see how good it is today. 16?
You're good.
Okay, good. That's lucky. Can I move out of it? Okay, so I'm going to move out of its space and then turn around and hit it twice.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. Let's try this dice. 19 to hit.
Hits.
That's 13, 15, 19 points of damage.
Okay.
And we're doing it again. 23 to hit.
Hits.
And 10, 13, 14 points of damage. That wasn't a great roll.
All right. It's still up, but it's not looking good.
Oh, and Gully's gonna bite him.
Okay.
Gully just... Poor Gully.
He's
I
not
think
really...
He's got 2 hits in the entire time I've had this dog.
I don't think Gully is one of those dogs that really likes beer.
Yeah.
And it's just like like pretending to bite at the.
Yeah. Gully rolled a 2, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. That'll put it to Catherine's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep with my trident peacekeeper, stabbing the elemental
Yes.
in front of me. Oh, that's a natural one.
That'll miss.
That's a 22. And I'm also going to first level Divine Smite
Okay.
them on that second one. So that is 15 plus 1.
Oh,
It's
16.
2d8.
it's 2d8.
2d8.
Oh, jeez. That's way better. That's a 6.
Okay. So 16 plus 6?
Yes.
22 plus damage. Okay. Still up.
Forgot.
No, it's good.
I had 2d8s sitting here and everything.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Tova.
What's up with the rock dudes again?
They've just been punching people.
Okay. I'm gonna rush up there to one of them, and pull out Longfang and take
Okay.
a strike at it.
You're coming down from the.
Yes.
Okay.
Jump off. Right at it. 25.
25 hits.
Okay, and it needs to make a dex save because I'm gonna try to catch it.
Okay. Dexterity save. That's an 18.
I don't remember what the DC is like both Longfang. I think it's 15, so I think it's fine. Yeah, it's 15, so
Okay.
nope.
This guy's been rolling high on dexterity checks.
Okay. Well, it takes 9, 12 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and I'm just with my second attack. I'm gonna try it again. That is a 28 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, I need to make another dex save.
It's a 21.
Oh
Swear to
darn!
God, it does not have that high of a modifier. I've just been rolling like fire for these.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
it was worth a shot. Okay, well, it takes 13 slashing damage.
Okay. Starting to look a little rough.
Okay, and then I'm gonna spend a key point to take a dodge.
All right. That'll put it to their
Right
turn.
up in there.
Okay. That'll put it to their turns. Actually, that one's going to wheel around and try to punch at you with disadvantage. That's a 17. It'll miss. And then the other one is going to take a slam at. Guess. This one's going to run over to Esteban. Regular attack. That one will hit. 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that's it for its turn. Elementals. One is going to try to attack Catherine. It's a 26 to hit
That hits me.
for 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the other one is going to attack Lil. 25 to hit. For
That is.
16 bludgeoning and 2 fire. All right, and that is. Oh, they get 2 attacks. Why am I only doing 1? That'll miss. And that was okay. Didn't matter anyway. Esteban, it's your turn.
Okay, just quickly reading up on a spell, but I don't think that's what I want to do. Yeah, okay. Although now do I want to use another one of my spells in Xanathar's, so I need to look it up.
Okay.
No, not gonna use that one yet. But, let's see. How many of them are now within range of me? For the Word of Radiance?
Oh. Probably just the Gale of Dur right now, because you moved away from the elemental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there some of my spells that would work? Okay. Let's see. I'm quickly looking up another spell, but I don't think I'm going to use it. This is what happens when you play a class that you don't normally play and have so many spells. Okay. No. So I think what Esteban is going to do is cast Spirit Guardians. Because I believe that will have the range to get pretty much everyone here.
Yeah.
Cast Spirit Guardians, and what you all see is a bunch of little tiny fuzzy pandas start tumbling out of Esteban and doing acrobatics and somersaults and kind of just like clumsily flying through the air. And
Okay. Bunch of undead pandas.
They're fae or angelic or probably fae. Yeah. Obviously all my friends are unaffected by it. Everyone else, their speed is halved, and when they enter the area on the first time on a turn or start its turn there, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, and then they'll take damage.
Okay, they'll have to make it now then, because they entered it.
Yep.
All right.
And my DC is 18.
What was the save again?
Wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom. No. All right. One of the Gale of Durs succeeds.
So it's going to take half damage? Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll take 8 radiant. The others take 16.
Well, both the elementals are gone.
The pandas just cling onto them and drink them up.
Yeah. Now a bunch of drunk pandas. And the Gale of Dur are both still up. However, as the elementals fizzle out, you watch them kind of explode as these pandas come tumbling out of Esteban and then kind of ravaging over these elementals. The two Gale of Dur kind of begin to have a little more timid look once again, and they look at each other, and they both go into like boulder forms, and then slowly begin to try to roll away.
Thought that was how it was gonna be.
Is anyone going to chase after the boulder people? Okay.
No.
All right, and that will end combat.
It's peer pressure. That's why they got involved.
Yeah.
I just felt bad for knocking over the beer and thought they had to do something.
Beer pressure.
Oh boy.
Lil's kind of annoyed at this point and just hollers out, "Berlion, this is getting ridiculous. Just come out here. You know we're here."
Don't hear anything. However, there is another chamber, another set of doors leading out of here.
Before we move on, I'm just wondering how much healing Catherine needs. Because she's not looking too great right
I'm
now.
like half health right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can help with that. I mean, we all can help with that.
Yeah, we technically all
which,
could.
which, to be fair, is still a lot of health, but
Yeah, I was just saying in Roll20 chat, how does the cleric not get Healing Spirit as a spell?
I don't
Too
know,
OP.
man. Yeah, too
Yeah.
OP.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what to do. I feel like Mask Cure Wounds, while it would be good for Catherine, is overkill on the rest of us. But
I mean, I think the only one it's overkill on technically right now is Tova, but I mean, I'm down 4th, almost a quarter health.
okay, so yeah, probably Mask Cure Wounds is good, and not going to be using too many other 5th level spells, most likely, so we'll do a Mask Cure Wounds for 14 hit points. Not a ton, but better than nothing.
And I'll go ahead and give her, give Catherine 30 points of lay on hands.
I was like, no, I can do it myself.
Too late.
Too late. Yeah, and Tova's gonna go up to Esteban and be like, sorry about that. Cat pat. Also gonna healing hands. Just the heat of the moment. I'm sorry I didn't aim that right.
It happens in the heat of combat. How much does Healing Hands do?
You get 20.
Okay, that's actually just enough to put me back up to the Hero's Feast max.
Nice.
I'm just in the background going, it was the heat of the moment.
Oh boy. Alright, shall we press on then?
Once everybody's healed up, Lil's just now on a mission. She just heads
Yes!
straight for the door, goes and kicks the door.
All right.
Take
So
it.
you go over to the next room, and as you're heading towards these sets of doors here, you begin to hear a noise, and it almost sounds like it's this like growling noise, but you realize it almost has like a melody to it. This very off, like very flat melody in a language that you don't understand. I don't think anyone here speaks Draconic, do they? Oh, do you speak Draconic? Oh, shit. You just built
I
this
do.
character for this fight, didn't you?
No, I didn't. But I do.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, you hear a dragon, someone speaking, singing in Draconic.
What's he singing?
It's just a
Heat
song.
of the moment.
Yeah, sure.
He's singing Asia. I think is who sings that song.
It sounds like a dragon folk song.
Yeah, I have my Warhammer out and I go and I... Actually, can I croquet shot the door open?
Sure. Just kind of wheel your hammer down, up, and you slam into the doors that kind of slide open, and with heavy clanging noise. And you can see into this room beyond. There are about 6 of these massive vats of presumably ale embedded into the floor, giving off a pungent odor and steam. And at the very far back of the room, in the largest vat, you see a very large black dragon lounging in one of the vats of ale, like a hot tub.
Does it just smell like my family ale, or
Yeah.
does it? Okay, it doesn't smell like the master brew though, right?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Well, yeah. No. As far as you can tell, none of them.
He hasn't figured out the master brew.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Are you? You're muted.
Oh, well, fine. I hope you're rested and ready from your spa day, because we're gonna end this now.
The dragon on the other side of the room kind of stops the singing for a bit, and you see the head tilt towards you, gives off like an incredulous look toward in your direction, as he's just sort of lounging in the vat, and says, well, I know you. You're the small ones that fought me back in the other place. Why are you here?
Because I'm going to finish what we started. You're making a mockery of my family's ale.
No such thing. I've been enjoying the ale very much.
It is not a spa day recipe. It is for drinking, not doing whatever you're doing. And it doesn't belong to you.
No one else is here to have it. I don't see why I can't do this. It's very relaxing. Why? Come join.
I'm gonna walk up like I'm gonna join. And is it in the ground or is it above the ground?
It's
at
in
all?
the ground. In the
It's
ground.
in the ground. There's no way I can like bust it open.
No. These are like
Drain it out from underneath them.
No, they're like stone, like car. Yeah.
Okay.
There's some vats of like tubes and stuff to pump it into some of the barrels to the side. But yeah, these are embedded in the floor.
So, what do you want with my family's stuff anyway?
I've always enjoyed a good drink.
Clearly.
Made very good ale.
Sorry.
That and the legendary Master Brew.
Yeah, I took care of that one for you. That's already done and gone.
Oh, well, there was some here too. Not enough, but some. It was very good.
Yeah. It's a good thing I have the recipe.
You should make more then. I would gladly pay you for more of it.
Yeah, I think you've got enough. You're good.
All right then.
But you gotta move on now. This belongs to my family, and you're not my family. And I'm done. Done dealing with silliness.
The dragon stirs a bit and maybe sobers up a little bit and says, "No, this place is mine now. The dwarves abandoned it long, long ago. It's my home."
Well, you can stay here. You just can't keep the beer. Figure out a different family to go bother.
The beer's already here. I don't understand what it is you want from this.
Want you to stop desecrating my family's work.
It kind of leans forward a bit and says, "Why don't you make me?"
Are you a child? Are you a giant child?
I may have had a drink or two.
Or 70?
They were large drinks.
Look, I don't want to just beat you up, but you're really starting to make me mad.
How about this? I challenge you to a drinking contest. Winner gets the brewery.
Lay down your rules before I agree.
Also, I want to insight check this dragon.
Sure.
Well, maybe as he's like saying the rules, I'm just gonna try to get a glimpse
okay,
if he's
okay.
like actually gonna go through with this.
Says, rules are simple. Whoever drinks the most wins.
Can all of us participate?
Looks around, says, the young lady makes the rules if she wants the rest to participate for the... I don't have a problem with it, but clearly you are very attached to this particular brewery.
Great! That sounds great! Lilibet, can I play?
Sure. But hold on. I'm not ready to say yes yet. Are we, so whoever just drinks the most number of drinks?
I mean, the assumption is that it's ale.
Yeah, but just whoever drinks the most number.
I'm going for quantity.
Yeah, the most number.
So we'll just... Everyone will drink a round, and everyone will drink a round, and we'll all do it together.
Yes, I don't
And
know why.
whoever does the most...
People do this all
wins.
the time. Is this really not something you've ever done before?
Not with a dragon, probably.
I'm a dragon. Oh, yes.
You are a dragon.
I am a dragon.
Right now. It's very impressive.
Okay, so whoever drinks the most number of drinks.
Okay. I got a 24 on my insight.
Okay. Make an insight check. I feel like you got to insight check Lil here too, because I don't understand what's so sketchy about this.
I'm just like,
What's so sketchy about a dragon sitting in a hot tub full of beer challenging us to a contest? I don't know. This seems normal. This seems a regular Saturday evening.
Did you think this campaign would end any other way?
No.
Yes, go ahead and make. What would you roll on your insight check?
24.
24. Okay.
Is he really gonna throw down on?
He is not hard to read right now. He is very drunk. You doubt he has the capacity to come up with a clever enough lie in this situation.
He's gonna throw down.
Is very willing to put it all on the line right now at this moment, given how drunk he is, to do this. So yes, I think he extends out like a single claw to you, or one finger of his claw, and shakes.
Present your cups then.
And I pull out, like, the smallest cup. And that's what I pull out. And I sit down and I'm ready to go.
This is going to take a while. And I think the dragon steps forward and says, present your cup to me as well, then.
That's my cup.
All right. We're going to just trade that back and forth.
No,
and
you present your own cup.
The dragon's eyes kind of narrow and looks over and says, I grow tired of word games. Are you a creature of honor or not?
You said most number of drinks. This is my cup.
Lilibet.
But this is my family brewery.
And you don't want to win it on a cheat.
It's not. I'm gonna talk to Jen about you in a minute. So I pull out my big flagon.
And the dragon reaches over and grabs a barrel. Proportionate to the flagon that you were drinking out of.
Okay.
Lilibet, but can we all play?
I don't know now. Yes, everybody can play.
I would like to play! I go find a flagon somewhere.
All right. So.
Steffi, do you want to play? I'll take that as a no.
Yes.
Forgot his name for a second.
He forgot his made-up name that I made for him.
And then I guess I can be an impartial judge.
Yes.
The DD.
Yeah, right.
All right. So you the Burleon comes over to the edge and reaches over with one large claw and grabs one of the massive storage vats from the side, or storage barrels, and slams it down and rips off the top of the barrel. Takes his smaller barrel, dips it in, slams it down. You go over to the spigot and fill it up.
Can I scramble up to the top and like try and just do the
you
same
can.
thing?
Scramble to the top and you dip it and you run back down. And you take your drinks. And the two of you begin to exchange, or the three of you, I guess, exchange. Oh, four. That's the monster too. Okay. So the four of you begin to take your drinks one at a time, so everybody go and make Constitution saving throws.
I
Don't-
should have cast Holy Aura so that we get advantage on these.
You could still cast a spell.
26 for me.
29.
Dragon might not notice. He's pretty.
Yeah, and also it may have happened before we went in. No, because it's only a minute. So, not yet.
All right. So for the first one, DC was 10. Everyone.
29.
You got a 5?
Or, well, no. If
no,
I'm next to
Esteban!
Lil, it goes up to a 10.
Yes.
But I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Or rolled a 2. Or no, rolled a 3 plus. No, rolled a 2 plus 3.
Nice.
He's already drunk.
This is gonna go well.
3 is the
mean-
number.
You were
You
kind
changed it for
of getting a
and
little dizzy the last round.
Is anyone casting any spells for advantage or any other bonuses and stuff? The
I would
dragon
just-
is very
I
drunk.
rolled a 29.
Yep.
Yes,
I
you
rolled
did.
a 26.
It's just beating the DC.
I know, you just asked if I wanted advantage, and I feel the need to say no.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless
This time.
on my myself and Kat and Esteban.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Next round of drinks. I feel like I need better music. Let me go back to this.
Drinking song.
Yeah, exactly. We need a
Definitely
shanty.
will lose the tavern music. There we go. All right. Next round of drinks. Everybody make another round of Constitution saving throws. DC 15.
Plus 1d4. I need the 4. Nope. That's a 14.
Oh, so close.
23.
All right.
19.
Oh, wait, is this a bless?
Yeah, well, you can add Bless to it. Yeah, because I'm gonna concentrate on it for.
I don't think I mentioned this.
27.
27. Nice. As long as you beat a 15, you're good.
It matters to me.
He is at disadvantage right now, FYI, because of the amount he's already drunk. So I'm just making this a little more fair, considering he has like a plus 14.
I have a plus 13 right now.
Oh shit! You basically have the same modifier as the
So do I.
dragon. All right.
That's
So
insane.
the two of you square off again. Continue taking your drinks. Nobody's failed yet. Everybody go ahead and make another round of Constitution saving throws. DC 20.
Ooh, God.
Nope, Esteban definitely doesn't make it this time.
31.
Oh crap. 7 plus 8 is 15. I got a 17.
17. Okay.
Sorry.
Actually, no, Esteban doesn't make it. I forgot Lil's plus 5 for a second. But nope.
Crap.
All right. So here's,
Anything I can do?
I don't know. Is there?
Hold on, I'm looking.
I think Esteban is gonna go ahead and cast Holy Aura, because why the heck not? So we get
He's
advantage
drunk
on
as heck.
saving throws. So
All right, I'll give you the advantage then. And I think what happens is that Esteban begins to just like glow brightly, and the dragon says, "Ugh, too bright, too bright."
This is exactly how I thought this fight would go.
Yep.
yep,
Okay.
that's even worse. I don't think Esteban can make it.
Oh no,
No.
Steffi!
That's 16 total,
Buddy.
26. I got a 30.
but he'll
Okay.
keep concentrating on that for the benefit of his friends.
Just barely. I would actually make you make a concentration check. Try to maintain concentration on this for this next
Yeah.
round.
Plus 1d4, plus 5.
You're good. Yeah, you maintain
Yeah.
concentration. And Esteban sort of and just like kind of
Oh,
slumps
no.
backwards and just sitting there, his legs like up on the stool that he was sitting on, just
feet moving.
maintaining concentration and letting out this like glowing aura around him. All right, Darren, make another round of Constitution saving throws. DC 25.
25. Oh, crap.
Natural
16.
20.
I rolled a natural 20.
2.
35.
I got a 25.
25. Nice. Okay. Burleon would fail, but is going to choose to succeed instead.
Oh, what?
But you got him to fail once.
There you go.
Next round, this doesn't get higher than 25.
Okay.
He fails again.
30.
Do I still get... I'm still getting advantage, right, from the
Yes,
Holy
you are.
Aura?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
God. Okay.
30!
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, Lil's out.
Oh, did you fail completely?
8 plus 8 is 16. Oh, wait. Well, no, yeah, 16 plus... Yeah, no.
Plus
yeah,
5
I
plus bless. There's
Yeah,
a
I got-
slim chance, I think.
Oh, no, yeah, I didn't get it. I got my plus 8 in Constitution is already added, so... My
Oh.
plus 5, I mean.
Oh,
Into
no.
my- yeah, so I didn't get it.
And with you rolled the bless too?
Yep, I
Okay.
got a 17.
Oh,
Okay. Lil slumps over in her chair as well.
Oh no.
Leaving
Want me to do a
just the two.
Constitution?
Question, what the
Or,
Hero's Feast and alcohol?
I'm still in. You guys
is
are like.
alcohol a poison?
I'm not considering.
I'm still in this. Believe in me.
Yes, no, I do. I do. Do you want me to do a concentration check for me keeping up less?
Yes.
Here we go.
I got something.
Yes.
This concentration check is
Natural
at advantage.
freaking 20. Now I get a natural 20.
Okay, because I was gonna say, under her breath, Tova's just gonna be like, "Hey, Den, anything you can do about this?"
Okay. So
I think Den's looking down at her champion right now, being like, "Yes, get it. Yes."
I think, yeah, let's, I think here's what's going to happen here. So Lil, you slump backwards into the chair, begin to fall, and I think you feel that holy symbol glow a bit in that moment, and kind of warmth a bit in that moment, and you feel almost like a hand on your back, holding you up in your chair, and you hear Den say,
Don't bitch out on me now. Come on. You're
And-
better than this.
and with that, the magic kind of purifies you just enough in that moment to keep you upright. So it's gonna keep you going. Let's make another round of saving throws.
Oh, God. No. No, wait, I get advantage. Shoot, I
No
keep forgetting
advantage.
this. I keep forgetting this. Oh, God, that was even worse. 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 2, so 15.
I rolled a 33.
There you go.
The
yeah,
dragon
thank God.
failed for the
Thank
third
God for
time.
Kath.
And is kind of wavering a bit and is looking at you and is looking at the cup, and as Lil takes another drink and falls back, and you almost hear Den in the background going, shit.
Me, damn it.
And then the cups go down, and the dragon looks across the table at you, Catherine, and says, and goes to take another drink. I'm going to make another Constitution saving throw.
That's a natural 20.
All
That's
right.
like 20. Do I still have bless?
Yeah, you do.
34. I took the resilient feat that one time, and tell you what, it has paid off.
Dragon rolled a 33, so he's going to succeed on that one.
Oh my god.
Or 32 with disadvantage, sorry. Rolled really high on that one.
I'm basically a dragon.
Yeah, but the two of you throw him back, and he looks down at you, expecting you to go down, and is just flabbergasted. Roll again.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just sitting at the table like, little bit, you're my hero, this is for you. $31.
Okay.
Okay,
Thought it was
sorry. I was
close
trying. I
for a
was trying to do math. It was numbers I hadn't seen in a while. I was trying to do math.
Well, he rolls a 22. And the dragon throws back the last tankard of ale and kind of and just like falls backwards into the vat, head kind of like lolling back over the side, and just begins to snore heavily.
I pick up Lilibet where she is. You did it! You won!
So,
I think you won.
No, I just
man,
say,
that's
you
fine,
won!
just
You did it!
That's fun. She's going. Woo.
How am I gonna get these people home?
Okay, so is it okay?
I just, like, cheerleader lifting Lilibet, like, yeah, you did it! Oh, God,
Maybe don't take it so much.
and I think everyone sort of falls over, and Lil and Esteban pass out, begin to snore too. Catherine, probably a little bit tipsy at this point.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. So here's what happens.
Tova, do you think she's gonna be mad at me?
No, I think she's gonna be pretty happy about this. I mean, she
She's-
might be a little mad at herself, but
She's really strict. As a teacher.
she just wants you to do your best, so gotta be harsh when they're learning. You did good.
So about an hour or so passes. And people begin to rouse from their sleep, and then your party kind of begins to wake up. And eventually Burleon stirs to kind of the dragon head pulling upwards and letting out kind of a snort as he does. What? What happened? Did I win? No, I didn't win, did I?
You did not. It was good effort though, but it was fair. Fair challenge.
You all can drink. Well done. I may be a dragon, but I have honor. Some. At least with drinking. Specifically when it comes to alcohol. If this was any other situation, I'd bite your head off. But a deal's a deal. And I'm not going to desecrate, as you said, this place any further. And the dragon kind of stands up on two legs out of the vat. He's got a bit of a gut, too, from the amount of drinking, probably. And reaches down in the vat and pulls out a massive hammer. It kind of slings up over one shoulder. Head kind of scraping the ceiling. Well, it looks down at Catherine and says, I suppose the brewery is yours then. Do you mind if I take something on the way out? It's cold outside.
Lilibet.
On this day, for the rest of your days, you can come back and have 10 barrels of brew.
That's not the music I wanted.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna go with this again. And he fights you. He looks
There
down
is-
at you.
Always a deal to be struck.
Looks
and
down.
always a friend to be made.
And I think you see like a single like black acidic tear trail down the side of his face and falls to the ground and begins to burn through the pavement. And he looks and says, "Thank you."
Just don't break into any more family breweries, okay?
On my honor. And if you need any help with anything else, I'll be here once a day. And I think he looks around and kind of ducks towards the door, kind of pushing himself through it, and says, "Well, there are still creatures outside. I'm a bit hungry."
There were some rock dudes.
The tiny one. Yes, those. They follow me everywhere.
Oh, yeah, they think I'm their god.
Oh. Do you mind?
No.
All right.
Dragons gotta eat, I guess.
Ducks through the door and says, "Until next time." And goes. You hear the thumping and the creaking of wood as he pads his way out of the brewery.
I like him. Look at
We're
that.
gonna eat kobolds like popcorn.
Look at that. Friendship and diplomacy and peace wins the day.
Brew. Lots of brew. But that wasn't the same dragon we met, let me tell you.
It wasn't.
It was the same one, but he was a different temperament. Because there was no diplomacy going on with him last time. He was just angrified.
Yeah, I like him better when he's drunk.
Yeah.
You should probably
That's-
try to keep him that way.
Lilibet, that's really kind of you.
Well, I mean, I've been around enough people. Sometimes you just need a drink. And if it keeps him happy and not eating the people, then I think that's probably a good service I can do.
And now we have a dragon friend.
As long as we keep him drunk.
Didn't think about it like that.
I imagine that would come in handy.
And
gonna
that,
make-
Steffi, wake up!
and thus was the moral of the whole story.
If you get drunk enough, you will make friends.
Everybody will be your friend.
And yeah, that's the game. As you all cheer and jump in the air, doing your freeze frame high fives, finishing one more adventure, and that's it for the epilogue. Unless anybody has any parting words or sentiments. Nope.
I have a lot. It's a lot. I have a lot of parting sentiments.
Yeah.
This has been amazing, and thank you everyone who's gone through this journey with us, because we have had an incredible time, and we hope you have too. And thank you, Alex, for joining us at the end of this incredible time. We hope you had a good time. Thanks for being a friend.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, just get to guest on a campaign and become a god.
Yeah.
If your friends ask you to guest in their D&D campaign, do it.
Yeah.
You might become a
Oh
god.
my god.
That was great.
Those are my parting thoughts, is that I love you guys, and I love all of you. And this has been great, and I can't wait to move on to the next thing.
Yeah. And we obviously, this won't be the last game we ever run in Sarthia, and perhaps not the last game we run with these characters. Just taking a break and doing something else for a little while, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, Lords of Misrule starts 2 weeks from today, 3:00 Eastern time. It's going to be bi-weekly after that. So come check us out for our session 1 and see what fun shenanigans we get into there. Maybe more drinking contests with dragons. And as always, check out our YouTube, Twitter, all the fun places, all linked below. You can catch up on old episodes. If you're reminiscing, you want to see anything that happened in previous episodes of Survivors Complex, all 63 episodes will be up soon enough. Then you can relive the glory days. But I think that's all the announcements I have right now. Mental check. Yes, that's it. So thank you once again for joining us. Stay tuned to watch that promo, that trailer one more time, and we'll see you all around. And until next time, good game and good night, internet.
Good night,
Good night, Internet!